This episode of Girls Night Out is brought to you by Fleshlight. Whether it's your GPS showing you the road ahead or your robotic vacuum cleaner picking up the sad fragments of your shattered life, you demand the very best that technology offers.
But you're still jerking off with your hand?
Get yourself into a 2015 Fleshlight today. With many different colors, sizes, and holes you can screw, you'll be letting others know that you're a man of distinction. Peasants fuck their hand.
You fuck
a flashlight. Visit girlsnightoutpod.com and click on the banner before you make that purchase.
Is this your State of the Union address we're watching right now?
This answer doesn't feel as smooth as the other ones.
It doesn't.
This guy got. I feel like we ran into trouble here.
This guy was getting a bone marrow.
Stop touching your nose. Look into the camera.
This guy got a bone marrow transplant.
Let go of your cock.
From his donor was from Sweden.
Yeah. Mr. President, stop scratching yourself. You're addressing the nation.
Recording already? No.
I know they were
This
joking.
is episode 117.
I know you get what?
Sass for nothing.
No, I knew you were joking. I just played along with it.
Welcome to Girls Night Out, episode 117. I'm Manolis Zontanos.
You sound like you're on Tiny Talentine.
So you're trying.
No, I'm not trying anything. I'm Gavin Stephens, by the way.
I'm Manolis Zontanos.
You fucked up your own name.
Manolis Zontanos.
No, you didn't.
And to the left of me is
Nick Durie.
Nick Justin Durie. And to the left of me is...
You're a fucker. My name is Nick Justin Tomkin. And to the left of me is...
Nick Justin Scherer.
Fuckers.
Oh, sorry. I'm out of it. To the left of me is...
Mayce Galoni, and to the left of me is
Patrick Coppolino, and to the left of me,
Gavin Stephens.
there we go.
You can try all you want, buddy.
I didn't try anything. I just did what you. I just did the
I
thing.
know, we know what you're doing, but we know what bugs you.
No, it's not bugging me at all.
We'll ride this out until you start to fight it again.
You know, there's nothing to write out. This is how we intro the show.
That's good.
Right.
All right, we're done.
Right, we're done. There's nothing. I don't even know why you made a scene about it.
I don't know either. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sad Nick today. This is better, right?
Snuggle buddies.
Snuggle.
This is nice. So,
So what's going on? What are we talking about today?
start off with the Avengers sucking but not sucking.
Gavin? You're the one.
No, I saw it yesterday.
Patrick, didn't you see it too?
No.
Oh.
Did anyone else? He saw Turds of Endearment. And then that was Manolis. Oh, Avengers.
I saw Jurassic Park.
I saw that too.
We'll talk about that being racist.
All right, we'll talk. Yeah, well, I guess it's all. I watched. My problem is I watched Mad Max first, and then I waited to watch.
You did a double
Avengers.
feature?
Yeah, no. I mean, I watched Mad Max months ago. Then I just watched Avengers. Avengers kind of remind me of Transformers. It was just kind of. It was good. It was good, but it was kind of just like
Who's in Avengers? What?
It was just It wasn't anything.
Is this the one with a bunch of superheroes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it like 3 hours long?
Yes, 2 something.
Jeez.
There's a lot of fight scenes, and like there was just really no. It was just kind of.
What was missing?
I really
dialogue?
couldn't tell you. It felt like the same movie. Like in the first movie, you have a diabolical villain, and then they just fight a whole bunch of faceless people, and it just felt like a.
They had no faces.
Well, no, it's just like it's like the same person because it's robots, right? And in the first one, it was all aliens, so they all look kind of the same.
Jay told me he saw it and he thought it was amazing.
It was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah.
Could you have done better?
I think they put in a lot of shit, right? So they can tell other stories in the universe. So there's a lot of fucking shit in it.
So are they trying to do it so they can have like
break off stuff. And they break up the Avengers at the end of the movie, and there's like new Avengers, and
That's annoying about those movies, I find. It's like, just make a movie. Why does it have to be a setup to something else?
I don't mind the setup. It's just that the villain was kind of like, it was interesting the way they played it. It was just kind of the same movie as the first one.
Do you ever go home and you think about all these problems about the movie, and then you have this moment of What am I doing with my life?
No, I never had that.
You're like a grown man complaining about the Avengers not being as good as you thought it would.
So I should just walk away from everything with
Well,
just
who
like.
gives a fuck?
Oh, yes. Who gives a fuck? The guy that wrote a 10-page speech on his Facebook about not getting hash browns at a restaurant.
But that's a legitimate bullshit.
Yeah, that is a legitimate
You
bullshit.
paid for
You're
a
right.
movie.
That was a hard time for
If
Patrick.
you bought popcorn, if you went to the movies, you bought popcorn, and then they gave you like a third of the bag, and they're like, "Sorry, we're out of popcorn."
So,
but they charged
if
you for it anyways.
But if I
you'd
paid
be
for a
fucking
movie and I
pissed.
didn't, but it's the same complaint.
no, it's
No.
the difference.
It's the
is
same complaint.
No,
oh, I
it's
see.
about
It's the
food.
same.
It's not the same.
it's the
If
same
they didn't
complaint.
play the movie, that would be the same thing.
No, it's
Yes,
the same
it is.
complaint if it's food.
I wasn't complaining about those hash browns aren't as good as last time.
Okay, so but if you got the hash browns
I
and
didn't
they
get
pissed
the
in
hash
it, and you
browns.
complain, but you shouldn't complain about it if they pissed in your hash browns. You get them and they piss in it, and you go, oh no,
No, that's
no. I
different
live in
too.
the.
Did they
This is a
piss on
first
your
world
movie?
problem.
They pissed
You
on
get
your
pissed
movie.
on at the Avengers.
So I should just enjoy the
They
movie
pissed on it?
because I'm mindless. So I just go, oh, you know what? At least they made a movie for me.
Thank you.
Thank God they made a movie.
Now you get it.
Am I a
Your
retard?
expectations are too high.
Yeah, I have normal
You know
level
who probably
expectations.
loved the movie? Children. Who it was made for.
But it wasn't even a child's movie because it's like. But oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you guys are doing now. You're saying because
I'm just laughing at both of you.
it's comic book characters. I can't not like it. I have to watch deep stuff like you watch. I gotta watch all the deep shit that you
I
watch.
watch realistic
Yes,
stuff.
I know.
Breaking Bad.
Yes, yes. All the deep fucking emotional.
I'm 25 years old. I'm allowed to complain about
That's
it.
not an argument, dude.
25?
That's not an argument. That's not
Oh
an
my
argument.
God.
All the fucking like you watch Downton Abbey and shit like that. And
I don't watch
fucking
that.
masterpiece. Exactly, that's sarcasm. Masterpiece theater and shit like that. All the fucking Shakespeare works that you go to. And you complaining about Transformers.
I love how indignant Pat was. I don't watch Downton Abbey.
I know. Fuck that.
What do you think I'm a fucking loser?
I don't know.
What are you two conspiring? What's going on with you two?
Our
just wonder
massive
what the heck.
conspiracy. We want to turn our headphones down.
Oh god, it sounds typical.
Shy to say anything.
Okay, hang on.
I think if I pay for something, I have the right to complain about it. No matter what it is.
I agree with that.
No matter what it is, I have a right to complain.
That's good.
about it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's what I think.
I agree.
You.
I've never had the moment of what am I doing with my life? Well, I do. Never mind, I do. Every
Oh, I
morning.
have that outside of the movie.
Yeah.
But like I'll sit with a
The
movie.
movie makes me forget about that.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then I walk away from a movie and I'm like, I like to analyze a movie because I watch a lot of movies and I
And
just
we
go,
don't have things going on in our
Yeah,
lives.
exactly, it's
So-
empty. And then I walk away from it and I go,
It gives
oh.
us purpose, Patrick, you asshole.
Like, for me, a movie is like what's left behind when you're finished watching it. What are you left behind with? And then it was like it just eventually I was left with nothing. I'm not saying it was a bad movie.
If I'm
it's
going to
just-
see a movie based on that, I'd be more depressed after a movie.
Well, like when you left Mad Max, it was like holy shit, you were taken to a fucking world, right? Like
Yeah,
there's you get a feeling in the movie.
There was.
I'm not saying it has to be depth, but
You felt like you were a part of it.
right. There's like the whole world was like
I felt
realized.
tired after Mad Max. I feel like I just dealt with all that shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Like you watch There Will Be Blood and
Or like
there's-
2.5 Men.
or 2.5 Men. Like, you know, you
Yeah,
want to put a gun in your mouth.
No,
And
you
you're-
get like the atmosphere.
I feel like I just got laid.
suicidal.
Yeah.
Suicidal.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, you're going to point to a doll? Is that what you're saying? Like, what did the doll do? Show us on the doll what it did to you?
Watch 2.5 Men and had a
Right.
good fucking time.
Yeah. Whatever you like. Whatever mentally you're into.
Mentally, I love 2.5 Men. I was-
amazing.
Mentally, you love 2.5 Men?
mentally and unmentally.
Charlie Sheen or Ashton Kutcher?
Oh God, Charlie Sheen, of course. What do you?
We're not
He's-
we're not idiots.
Yeah.
It only gets worse after Charlie Sheen, if that's a statement. The show only got worse after Charlie Sheen. That's
I wish I could have been in that circle. You know what I mean? Like,
What
'cause
circle?
I would have saved 2.5 Men.
why
You
would
would
you
save the
do
show.
I would have saved. I would have went to Charlie Sheen. I'm like, dude, what are you thinking?
Yeah, you would have been.
The show went
You're
on.
right. You're right, Manolis.
The show went on.
No, it went on without him. I'm like, dude, what are you
Right.
thinking?
So you didn't save the
you
show.
You would have ended up doing cocaine every day and fucking hookers every night.
With Charlie
You were
Sheen.
hanging out with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah,
that's a good
that
point.
also would happen.
Choking hookers and doing cocaine.
But I'll in the time of that conversation of doing all that, I'd be also.
Dude, what are you doing?
He would have done. He would have came back.
You'd be like, dude, we can't be doing this.
Dude. Just do the show, man. What's the problem?
So, but when
What?
nothing,
I would have saved the show.
So the verdict is the Avengers sucked.
it didn't suck. It was like it
Was
feels
it a
like
7?
Don't pull a Mace right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like someone like
Mace.
they get
Saying
these.
maybe on everything.
They get these directors like someone like Joss Whedon. You're expecting a certain type of movie, like a perspective, like the first one. Compared to the first one was tighter and better, and the
Okay.
second one was just kind of loose and like, just like they did things like the Hulk relationship I didn't like with the Scarlet. What's her name?
Don't get me going on the
Black
Hulk.
Widow.
Okay.
They just
I
like they
haven't seen the
kind of
movie.
they just kind of did a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, the studio wanted this to appeal to everybody.
It wasn't a brilliant piece of work like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel.
Buffy is actually really good. Buffy's actually a great show. I know you're being sarcastic, but Buffy's a great show.
It's a.
There's a
It's a real. It's.
if you guys
true.
can't, but wait a second, time out. You can't criticize a show if you've never watched it, right? Like, what
You
am I
2.5
talking
Men.
I
about?
watched it.
But no, I just know it's a piece of shit. I have watched it.
You told us on the podcast last time that you'd never watched.
No,
an
I have
episode of
watched
2.5 Men.
episodes of it.
Since the last podcast, or
Since-
did you
no,
lie?
I'm not watching since before I've watched episodes of
And you
it.
lied on the.
You don't even know if
podcast.
I said
but
that.
if
You
you've just
remember.
seen random
I remember.
episodes, like you haven't watched the growth of the character.
Really, growth of
Yeah.
the characters.
Yeah,
I
there
watched
is
enough.
growth.
I watched enough to know that you can't even keep a straight face with that.
Watch
Growth of the-
Seinfeld. Like the first 3 years was like okay.
Yeah, and then the show, the first 6
Characters
episodes are amazing.
figured
And the
themselves out.
But exactly. But 2.5 Men, they didn't have to figure it out. A different time for TV. You don't have time in that era. Seinfeld, you had time in the era to grow as a TV show. In this era, you don't have time. You got one season. That's it.
Yeah,
Barely one
he's got to be
season.
Charlie Sheen, and that's that. Let's get going.
That's why they hired Charlie Sheen.
You're right. Actually, the show pretty off. That's because it was such a brilliant show. They knew the characters.
That's what I
They
said.
knew what they were
No,
from
there's just
the
enough
beginning.
retards that'll watch it. Look at Transformers. It's like the #1 movie last year.
Transformers. Haven't heard of it.
I take my quote back. So wait a second. So you're saying if I criticize a movie, if it has anything other than whatever what kind of movies do you watch?
What, Pat?
If it's not adult,
Do you watch porn?
intellectually stimulating, then I shouldn't complain about it.
No, I was just joking, kind of. You just seem so bothered by it. that
No,
I'm
I
like,
didn't.
You must have other things to worry about.
I wasn't really
Like
that
if I
bothered.
leave a movie and I didn't
But
enjoy
did
it
I
very
see-
much, I
did I
pretty
see-
much forget about it.
But wait a
by the
second,
next
did I
day.
seem that bothered about it when I was like, it's not bad,
Well,
it's
enough
not
that
good?
you wanted to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, but then don't say it's that bothered about it. It's just, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah. No, that's
But if you go see a movie review, do you go, oh, if you watch a movie review online or something, you go, oh, they seem really bothered about it because they're talking about the movie.
This to me is the most confusing review of all time.
Well, it's not a review. It's
Because
just
I don't
me-
know. Do you like it?
I
or
said
do
I
you
went to
recommend
see it. Wait a second.
Should I go see it?
Yeah, go see it. It's not terrible.
That's not a good. That's not making me want to go see it.
Well, then don't see it. I don't know. I'm not,
That's even worse.
Gavin, you pitching this whole movie review idea.
it's
for the
not a
podcast
movie
has been
review. I
horrible.
just said, hey, I saw the movie. You said, hey, should we talk about it? I'm like, it doesn't matter. And then, fine, let's do it.
Once again, Gavin's the victim.
I'm not the victim.
I didn't even want to talk about this.
No, I didn't say I didn't want to talk about it. I'm just like,
Should I sneak into the theater or not? That's what I'm trying to figure
yeah,
out.
sneak into the theater. You know what? I would have downloaded it.
All right. Okay. Well, that's a review.
There you go.
I would have downloaded it.
But it's not a terrible movie. It's a good movie. It's just I got bored at points.
Fair enough.
When cities are falling apart, you shouldn't be bored of a movie. But they have cities fall apart in all these movies now. Everyone's destroying a
Well,
city.
that's the problem. You're watching too many movies, Gavin.
That's right.
You've desensitized yourself.
I
to
did not
building
desensitize
code.
myself.
Desensitized
Desensitized
yourself.
I did
yourself.
It's playing a synthesizer and then like
Synthesize.
not touching the keys as
You gotta
much.
start watching cat videos or
You,
something.
Seriously, I
You've
desensitized.
seen too many buildings collapsing.
I'm just saying all these movies have
You watch
that.
that 9/11 footage too often.
No, I actually only.
Isn't that crazy?
What?
9/11.
Yeah, did you like that one, Gavin?
No,
did you
I stopped
enjoy
watching
9/11?
that after like the first few days. It was
You got
too,
bored at points? When
No,
the
no, it
buildings-
was too much. It was too much. It was just like the same thing over and over again, and then it was just like, oh, people are trying to make money off this shit, and I just couldn't watch it anymore.
But no one's trying to make money off the Avengers.
Yeah, everyone's trying to make money. I get it. I don't even know what your point is.
Nothing. I'm just.
Yeah, I just.
Wait, what movie did you see? What was the one we were just talking about?
Avengers: Age of. This has gone
But
on
can we
way
can we
longer
argue
than it
something
needs
here?
to.
I mean, I'm not into like I'm not into a lot of sci-fi stuff.
Mhm.
I don't mind stuff about aliens and stuff.
Mhm.
Like Jurassic Park is awesome.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not into like superheroes. I'm not into like you said Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But like, what other shows do you like?
I like The Flash right now. I like The Flash.
Well, not comic book stuff. Other stuff.
Other stuff. I like, I don't know, Breaking Bad, The Wire.
Yeah.
I like Community. I like a lot of stuff.
Okay. See, like but Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a great show.
Yeah, it is actually a really good show.
So I don't know. I can't. I mean, I know it's just personal taste, but I don't know how you could watch like an actual. Like,
Well, that's what when it first came out.
show, and then you're like this.
Well, but if you never watched it,
I have watched it because my
No, but
sister used to.
you
watch
have to
it
watch
all
the whole
time.
fucking thing because there's like episodes
I've
where
seen
like
more than I would have liked to have seen.
There's some
I
great
tried to give it a chance. I just don't get it. It's just
Yeah, but
so lame.
But that's called personal taste.
Once you realize the characters are actually like those are real vampires, that changes everything.
That's just called personal taste, though, right? But
Yeah,
you
I
guys
guess.
like Entourage, right?
I love Entourage.
See, there you go.
You don't like Entourage?
No, I didn't like Entourage.
Jesus Christ.
I like
But
the
that's
first
but
few
this is the problem with the podcast is if someone doesn't like something that you or somebody else likes, it's like, well, you're fucked in the head.
No, that's why I'm asking you why.
That's what I think.
Yeah, well, that's what everyone here thinks. All of us think that way.
Does anyone else here watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
No,
I didn't watch it before.
I'm gonna jerk off to something. It's just gonna be porn.
See?
I don't need to.
Everything's got to be like, well, can you jerk off to it though?
No, but you're trying to trick me with pretty girls to hold my attention for an hour. Fuck you. I'll go watch
If you were
porn.
like the
But you like
president,
Entourage.
Entourage is good.
They trick you with pretty girls for an
Yeah,
hour.
that's
No,
what they do.
but it's
That's
great.
basically
It's
the show.
great dialogue. It's
Great dialogue.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It's
come
awesome.
on, it's like Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, whatever.
It
dude.
is.
if you were like the prime
There's no
minister, whatever,
bells in
you know how they have
Entourage.
the ratings on when the TV show first comes up, and it's like for mature audiences. If you were the president or prime minister, you would have it so another box would come and show you whether or not you could jerk off to it.
Yeah.
But why would the prime minister or the president be in charge of those boxes?
Hey,
Why anyone
why
be
would
in charge?
Manolis be prime minister or president?
It's better back it up a level. That's a better question.
And if he were,
Rated J,
I'm sure a
jerk
lot
off.
of his time would be on menial tasks like that.
They're
It'd be
jerking
spent
off
on menial tasks like
and
that.
bicycle lanes like
If I
over.
could jerk off to it, then I probably wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, but dude, here's the thing.
You can't.
If you can't.
If you can
I want to watch TV shows that I can watch. I can jerk off whenever I want.
So why don't you want to watch Buffy then?
Yeah, why not?
That's my point.
You'll
Why
end
am
up
I
jerking
wasting my time watching?
because there's story and
You think-
premise and whatever. I'm not even gonna argue this.
Don't
What shows do you watch, Manolis?
Would I watch? Or do-
Jersey Shore. What was that other one? There was all these shows when I was staying at his place for a couple weeks.
You
What
watch
was
you watch Jersey Shore?
Jersey Shore came
It was
on.
on Much
No, but
Music.
what was the other one? Oh, like Pretty Little Liars and stuff. It would come on his TV, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Have you ever seen the show? It's fucking great." And he's watching
I
it.
never said it's
And then-
fucking
Yeah, you
great.
did. Like for the wrong
Never.
reasons, because it's funny. But
Yeah.
then he's like, but I'm like, okay, he must just like catch it once in a while. He's like, you get into it though. After a while.
I do
You're like,
that too. That's how I watched all.
"Yeah, she was
Pretty
dating
Little-
that other guy last time."
That's how I watch all of Saved by the
It's
Bell.
funny to
It's so
funny to
bad.
pay attention to those shows because it's so bad. But a lot of times I'll just have it on mute.
Well, what shows do you watch that you actually enjoy?
What was that? True Detective was really good.
Yeah.
I wish I had Netflix and shit or HBO because
You watched Breaking Bad, the whole thing, didn't you?
yeah, Breaking Bad was amazing. What else? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That was pretty
That's a
stellar.
movie.
That's a movie.
That was pretty,
I love that show.
I call
Same
it-
That's a
episode
Luke
every
movie
time.
and your life.
I call it a Bible. You call it whatever you want. Just 2.5 Men.
Nice.
What's that one with the pretty chicks in it?
Pretty Little Liars.
No.
The View.
No, the guy from.
Just me.
I can't believe I can't think of the name. There's a couple. There's
Called Girls.
No, there's a couple in it. There were two dudes that like to bang.
What?
Family.
Modern Family.
Modern Family.
Wouldn't you just say they're
Dudes
gay
that
guys?
like to bang.
There's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple.
I
gay
hate that
guys.
show now.
Why? What's wrong with it?
It's just the same
It got
episode.
stale.
It's
yeah,
all like
but it was a great show for a
it's
long
all,
time.
all I Love Lucy episodes.
You were saying something interesting a couple weeks ago before the podcast about Modern Family, how it's like, or somebody was, that it's like there's no purpose for the documentaries.
That was me.
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
that. Like, it's trying to be like a mockumentary, like The Office.
Yeah, but
But
there's
it's
no
like,
reason.
why is
There's a camera.
Why are there cameras?
Why are they doing exposition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
It's just like shoehorned in to watch this normal family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of doing it in front of like an audience or having a laugh track,
They're
they
also-
decided to do that, which is just weird.
Every episode is an I Love Lucy episode. It's someone mistakes something that somebody else says, or something they mistake, and then it's the hijinks that happens after that.
Yeah.
It's I Love Lucy. It's an I Love Lucy, and it's just the same. And nothing. It grew for a bit, and then it stopped growing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first few seasons were actually pretty awesome.
And then it's
I love
just
that show.
done.
Phil Dunphy's my favorite character on TV, I think. Phil Dunphy.
Which one was Phil?
That's your favorite character on TV?
Well,
Which one was Phil again?
well, I lied. Maybe he's not.
But it's a sitcom. It's for laughing. Why would that be your favorite? Why would you like that as your favorite character on TV?
Well, on
yeah,
that
he's
show,
good.
on that show, he's my favorite.
I'm just flipping your logic.
See, that's a
It
great
is a good
show because I think it's funny. The writing's good,
And you can jerk off
up
to the
chicks.
daughters.
Yeah, to the daughters. They're both like drain ball worthy.
Distance myself from this.
Yeah.
13.
No, the young one too.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
you just meant the older one. That was
Sorry.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't discriminate.
Yeah. I just don't
She's an adult now.
You have porn for free.
Yeah, and then I go to porn. I'll watch a.
So you watch TV to jerk off, and then you watch
gets
porn
my-
to jerk off.
Gets my motor running.
That's
and then-
definitely depression. Excessive masturbation is depression.
No,
It's a sign of
no,
depression.
I don't think so.
Oh, whatever, dude.
Everybody's
No, I'm
posting
pretty
that
happy.
idea.
Why don't you go buy another hat.
You don't even believe it. Your face didn't even believe it.
No.
No.
I'll pause 2.5 Men and masturbate sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think Manolis is
I
pretty
think
happy.
No, it's
depression is not masturbating. Depression is like
Depression? No, it's actually
not draining your balls.
It's actually clinically proven that depression.
I can
Like if you're
excessive masturbation.
How many times a day is it
I
a
don't know.
problem?
I didn't look that far. But
don't
it's
drain your balls
excessive.
for a month. See how you feel.
Excessive
See if you feel chipper.
But what's
Hang on.
excessive?
Excessive.
What's
mas-
excessive? We're asking.
Well, when you watch 2.5 Men, you want to jerk off, and then you want to watch porn and jerk off. When you're constantly jerking off, it's
What's constantly
I
like?
have a problem. I have a problem.
What's how much too much jerking off then?
but,
3
like,
times a day? Is that too much?
I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 times a day.
It depends on your
shit.
zinc level.
I don't know. I don't know.
Your zinc level. Really?
Yeah, if you jerk off too much, it gets you don't have any zinc left and you get depressed.
Where do you get
No,
zinc?
I heard it's yeah. I know.
You pick that up at a pharmacy.
Yeah, so your
buy 'em as
your
pills.
supplement is what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Are
put
you
them
worried?
right down your
Are
penis.
Are you worried?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. So we, but does zinc make you not depressed? I'm asking for a friend.
I think it's a bunch of things, but I know like when you jerk off, it depletes your zinc. Yeah, like especially if you're doing a lot, and that zinc is like important for your brain to like the actual brain cells to bind to positive thoughts and shit like that. So
Do you take zinc?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh shit, I gotta get on that.
Yeah, but
There we go.
it's just him and his zinc and his jerking off is just like that.
Just still match.
It's like having a car with a hole in your oil, just tiny enough. You got to keep filling up the oil.
I'm still
Yeah.
and
waiting.
it's just leaking out all the time. So you got to stop every 20 minutes to fill up the oil. That's what's going on with him.
I'm like maybe 2 a day on average.
Two jerk offs
You
a
wish
day?
you wished I had a jerk off room in my house at one point.
I do, because I'm a gentleman.
Because you're a gentleman. Okay.
What? How many are you? How many are you?
14 to 14.
I'm like 2 a day, but it's not, it could be 3 to 4. You never know, but usually 2.
Jordan's dick looks like a burn victim.
It feels like a burn victim.
What are you? How many are you?
3.
Okay, Mace.
2 usually.
2. Patrick. No, why is that
You
funny?
sound like you signed it on a clipboard after you're done. 1 and 2. Move on.
I was,
time card.
I was being a little dishonest. It can go up to 4 for me.
That's not bad.
It's 5. It's 5 times.
I'm 2 to 4.
So whatever you say, it's double. Whatever number you say now is double.
Okay, then 6. Then 6. No, I can get up to 5. I'll be honest. Sometimes.
It's a lot of free time, my friend.
I have a lot of free time.
How long is your jerk-off session? Here's a better question. How long is your jerk... Well, let's all say what our numbers are. What are yours?
Depends.
My times?
Yeah, how many times?
I don't know. Maybe once a day. Sometimes not at all.
Because you need someone holding a knife to your neck to get off, so...
Yeah. No, but
It's not gonna hold itself to your
it's just
neck.
like, this is not
I
working.
still have sex, well, like every day. So.
So,
But I usually jerk off in the morning though, cause she's at work, so I wake up and I jerk off. I watch porn. in
good
the
for
morning.
you.
That's usually the one I do a day.
Then you do that one, get it out.
But it depends though. If I'm like, if I'm like if you're like touring and I'm in a hotel, I'll jerk off like fucking 10 times.
Yeah, I've done that.
I don't know what it is. I have that, like, I can't even leave the room without jerking off.
Because you don't have to put pants on. That's the problem. It's easy access.
But it gets to the point where I'm like, I think about what I want to do. Like, if I want to go get food or something, but I'm like, oh, I'm not going to enjoy that unless I jerk off first.
That's depression. That sounds like depression. I won't enjoy food unless I jerk off.
I think it sounds healthy.
He's like, no, yeah,
that sounds healthy to me. I wouldn't worry about it.
But usually just once a day.
But you?
Maybe once a day.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I swear to God, maybe once. There's days where I don't jerk off at all.
Yeah, okay.
I swear to God, what the fuck?
It's a table of truth right now, asshole.
Why would I lie about that?
Come on, I pulled back and said 5.
I'm not holding back. Maybe once a day. Maybe if it's like a weekend, I might do 2.
Come on.
And I'm serious. I'm working. Jerking off for me is very dangerous because I sink down a rabbit hole of internet. So I'm just watching videos. So it's not like it's an hour.
What danger do you have?
It's an hour.
What do you end up watching?
Because then I don't get work done. I won't get work done. I'm done for the day. So I have to be.
Video?
Pardon?
You gotta find the perfect video.
Yeah, but one video is not enough. It's a sickness where you just keep finding.
Yeah, no, I'm like that too. Yeah.
I have to plan it out.
I'll jerk off to a video for like 4 seconds and then I gotta change it.
Yeah, exactly.
I lose interest really fast, and it's gotta be real. I don't like watching any staged porn. It's gotta be like people who set up their cameras in a hotel room or something.
So holy shit, is that?
Yeah, you're a freak.
Is that from Desensitized?
It has to be real. I can't watch any fake porn. It does nothing for me.
Why?
It does nothing.
Did it start off like that?
Oh no. I used to watch fake
and
porn.
then it was like, so you're like this.
Oh,
is
now
bullshit.
I'm down to like. Yeah, it's got to be real, and usually it's like,
How do you
like
feel?
they have like
How do
these
you feel?
dogging videos.
How do you-
You can
well,
tell when it's real.
Okay,
you can just tell.
Yeah, the
They're
grainy
not porn-
camera.
They're not porn stars, you mean? They're just
they're not
good
porn-
couples.
they're
There's
just
like a
regular
pillow
people
covering
fucking.
half the frame.
Yeah, or sometimes they'll even like make sure that you can't see their faces. Like it's real people. Who are putting their
What
videos
did you
on the
call it
internet.
a second ago? Something
Well,
video?
there's dogging videos.
What's
That's
the
where, like,
dogging?
people go out in public. They'll like drive their car into like the middle of like an open field, and they'll obviously post about it on like Craigslist, and dudes will show up and just start like touching the wife and fucking her there and stuff.
What?
The husband usually films it.
Why do you find these videos?
I don't know. That's just what they called it.
Where do you
they call it?
Dog videos?
Dogging.
Dogging.
This is
a
going to bring
term.
Manolis into a
How do you
dangerous
find these
part of the
videos?
internet.
I don't know. You just type in like wife fucked by strangers, and then they come up.
Can you type in dogging videos?
Yeah, you can type in dogging videos.
What website do you use?
I actually started just going to Google, and then you use the videos tab. You got to take your safe filter thing off so that the porn will show up, and then it shows you all the best ones.
Huh. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Because some websites don't have the good stuff. That's what I've seen so much now that it's getting to the point where I've seen all the real videos that I want to see, so I got to wait for new ones.
How many times for you? How many times for you?
I said 2 to 4.
So much
2 to 4. How many times for you?
I'm sort of like you. It's not every day.
Yeah, you got
3 times a week.
Bullshit.
It's true.
gotta get work done, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He at least like lives with his wife.
No, it has nothing to do with living with my wife.
No, so
She's not home. It's just I have to get work done. I gotta plan it out.
So what if you masturbate? You're like done for the rest
It takes
of the day.
no, it just takes a chunk of time away, and I got a lot of shit to do.
There's also, like, remember, Manolis, even though he's older, he's an anomaly. As you get older, your sex drive does decrease a little bit. And so when I was younger, I used to, 3 times a day, sure, but not everyone can be like Adonis over here.
When I started writing for the late night talk show, you just realize that how much work you got to put in during a day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just and you're independent, so it's up to you to put that work in. Whatever you put in is what you get out.
It is different when you're single, though. Like, whether your wife's home or not, you know she's home and you are going to have sex with her eventually.
No.
Manolis, who knows?
No. What I'm saying is, what I'm talking about, it has nothing to do with my wife. It has to do with the idea of, like, I know that if I don't do the work, if I don't put the work in, I'm not gonna get shit.
What are you doing? You're playing Batman on your Xbox.
No, I'm not playing any. I'm telling you, if I don't do my writing, I don't do my shit.
You
I
gotta
don't get
take time
job
away
done.
from thinking about the Avengers to jerk off.
That's probably what it
time
is.
for that.
That's probably what it is.
I do a lot of cardio, and that's why I think I'm hornier than I should be. Because exercise makes you. It's good for you. But
Well, what about Nick Tomkin, what are you at? 7?
I'm very close to Gavin. I had the same thing. If
When he jerks off, he needs to be.
No, just that it takes fucking forever, and that you gotta get shit done. And just like I can't.
Well,
only do it,
also
like,
remember, aren't we, like me and Nick, the only ones with jobs here? So you guys have like 8 hours. You guys have like 8 extra hours a day to
I'm
jerk
offended.
off when we actually have to like work and.
Yeah,
I live normal lives.
Yeah,
the
there's
thing is-
time, but there's not.
Like, how long does it take to jerk off? Like, yeah, you can spend a lot of time.
Well, you go
can
down that
also-
rabbit
takes like
hole.
10 seconds.
You go that rabbit hole of the video to the video to the
I
video.
used to have a job. I jerked off out of work all the time.
Yeah, nice.
You're not normal.
Yeah, when he
You're
was,
not representative
when he was
of anything.
lifeguarding children, he would take breaks to jerk off in the bathroom.
No, only if there was hot chicks.
But it was
in
to
the-
save
in the-
their lives. Because if he didn't jerk off, then he'd just be checking out the hot chicks at the pool, and he'd miss all the drowning kids.
When I was,
Saving
like-
lives,
That makes sense.
one loaded jizz at a time.
When I was younger, I remember even when I was like 3 or 4 times, I thought it was fucking awesome. I was like, I can't believe it. Now it's like if I'm laying the pipe down to the wife, then like it
Why did you word it like that?
I don't know.
You just watch some David Wilcox videos
Laying the pipe down to the wife?
I thought that was
About a
poetic.
septic tank, right?
all night long to satisfy that woman.
Yeah. Then
Laying
it's
the
like
pipe
more like 0 to 1. But if I'm not laying the pipe down to the wife, then it can go down like it could be 1 or 2.
Wait, 1 or 2 every day.
Yeah.
So is Gavin's problem? Is your problem that after you blow your load, then you stay on the internet? You're saying?
No, I'm done.
Oh, so let's just jerk off and go on with your day.
Okay, I'll do that. Can we talk about other things than jerking off now?
Okay,
What
what's
else do we
next?
have?
Guys, this is going to come as a shock, but I think I'm depressed. Okay. Nobody's got any words of consolement.
Nothing was solved by that conversation.
There really wasn't anything to solve, though.
we were just all
There wasn't a problem, right?
I think we learned a lot about each
Yeah.
other today.
Yeah, today is the only time we talk about jerking off.
I guarantee you this whole thing has happened like 10 times.
But Mace, you said you jerk off twice a day?
Usually twice.
But when you're in a relationship as well? Same thing?
No, when I was in a relationship, is usually once a day, I would say.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you were having sex like every day, weren't you?
yeah, pretty much. Like,
Were you laying pipe to your
I
girlfriend?
was laying pipe to the girlfriend, and yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it was
All
about
you
once.
pipe
I was
layers.
just curious.
What else do we have? What else is going on? I just want to
One
do
more
like
thing
90
about jerking
minutes
off.
of jerking off.
One more thing about jerking
Well,
off.
now we can't talk about the gay pride stuff because that'll just turn into a jerking off conversation too.
Not if we're mature enough to handle it.
We can.
Well,
We can handle it. We're mature enough not to go back to jerking
you
off.
think so?
We can do it. Let's try it.
I don't know.
Well, what's the next topic?
There's a lot here that we can choose from. Jurassic World is racist. We can go to that.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Well, how is it racist anyways? I've seen it.
Okay, so
Nick Tomkin.
some social justice warrior, whatever you want to call it, they I guess in the movie, there's
Oh, is this the
Pachysaurus. Yeah, Pachysaurus, and they're calling Packies. So this one guy flipped out.
That's a real dinosaur, isn't it?
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't know why, because it's
those
been called.
PC college kids.
Yeah, it's been called They've been called Packies for, I think, even the first movie they called it.
Isn't it Pachycephalosaurus? Isn't it like a type of animal, like an alpaca kind of deal? Like, isn't it like some sort of family of
What's
animal?
the proper pronunciation of the dinosaur?
But why
It's
are they're
Pachysaurus.
offended that like, hey, that's our word?
Yeah, I know. Like you're. Why would you want to take it for yourself? Like just be like, no, we don't. But
I don't
part of
understand
me-
the argument.
Part of me.
I don't understand the argument.
They're upset that the dinosaurs are called Packies.
No, I get that, but I don't understand what you guys are saying.
What?
Hey, that's our word.
Oh, like it's like, are they offended that
There's
the
the real
dinosaurs
meaning
are
of
also called Packies?
There's no. I don't think it
Are
has
they
anything
just
to do
offended
with
by the word?
Pakistani people.
Like if there was an N-word saurus, right? Would that be the same thing?
I don't know.
I'm guessing that's what they're offended that it's.
But
Well, they could have picked another word than
I think the
Packies.
words come from some sort of Latin thing. Don't quote me on it.
Oh, there's
So-
obviously a reason for it.
That's
That's what I
what I'm
mean.
saying.
That's why whoever complaining is an idiot. But I
are
get it.
these
Pachysaurus.
dinosaurs doing things that
They work at a
East
convenience
Indians?
store.
Yeah.
So is Jurassic World racist or the people who named the dinosaurs?
I think they said Jurassic World was racist. Yeah, that's
Just
what
the-
it was.
just
they,
the
I
world?
guess they did.
Yeah.
They said it several times in the movie. But they said it in the in the second movie too.
Yeah. Part of me is like.
But I think they were still racist back then.
Nobody complained.
I think part of me is like, when you were making the movie, didn't you kind of think that someone might say something about this? You know, like not even that it's fair for them to say it, but just the fact that you would have to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like that thought.
But how can you make stuff in like that kind of a world?
Yeah.
Where you're like,
They should be maybe aware that some idiot was going to come up.
Well, really? It's context. Any normal person. Why would you make a movie for an idiot?
Did a lot of people agree with the point?
There was. It's not so much agreeing, but supporting the guy's voice about it. That he was trying to, I guess.
Did they take all those?
So this guy was from Pakistan?
He was brown. I don't know what his nationality was or anything like that, or his background.
Did they take these dinosaurs out of the movie?
Yeah, they did. They replaced him with Jeff Goldblum. It's a whole bunch of Jeff Goldblums.
So like that was it. He didn't like that they said they referred to the dinosaurs.
Yeah, like they were saying the Pachy's got out of the cage or whatever.
Is that what they said?
He was getting upset.
I haven't even seen the movie. I don't even know.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I don't know. They probably
saw it.
Come up with a different word.
Couldn't they say dinosaurs? Those scary dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Or
Pachyos or something like that. Like, could have said something.
How much money goes into making a movie and care and all of that? Do you really think that this was like someone sliding it in? Like, hey, we're going to call these dinosaurs Packies to offend
probably
Pakistani people.
I think
like, this is the plan A. This is going to be awesome, right, guys?
It's more idiot. It's more of an idiot than like planned.
Right.
It's more just like a stupid mistake.
Yeah.
And I saw the movie, not that this matters, but that same guy was complaining. Like, the owner of the park in the movie is a brown guy.
Yeah.
So it's not like this movie is
that
inherently
justifies it, though.
Racist.
That
I guess
justifies calling everything Packy on that set.
Well, the third movie was the most racist.
They called the pterodactyls Packies. And then
have you seen Jurassic Park 3?
I think this conversation is more racist than calling them Packies.
When the guys
people like 3 times.
When they showed up with the food, they were like, "Get those Packy foods ready for the Packy people." It was a whole thing on Jurassic Park.
You can say brown people. That's allowed.
But then you're saying them. The brown people have gotten out of the cage.
The brown people.
Them?
Yeah. If you say brown people, you mean referring to Jurassic Park?
No, he's saying you can call brown people brown people.
Yeah, I guess so.
Can I call Gavin kind of black? Can I say that?
I know. I never think of you as a black person.
Because that's mildly racist.
He doesn't want to hear that.
That's what it is.
Why?
Because it doesn't matter what you think.
We would
of
never
me.
put you in a cage.
Doesn't matter what you. Oh, thanks, Manolis.
No, I was trying to say I just see you as another person.
Yeah, but what do you think black people are, dummy?
No, but I see you as another person.
Yeah, but what you're saying is white people.
What do you think of other black people, Patrick?
If I see a black person,
think of them as a human
real
being.
black people.
I see them as other people too.
No, you don't.
But people
when I
identify. No, there's some people who try really hard to identify as
When
black.
I see real
don't
black
see
people,
that
I think of
with
them
you.
as cool.
That's what I meant by it. No, like, okay, just say someone wanted to call themselves black.
Just walk out of it.
They really
just walk out of it. Throw a smoke bomb down and disappear. Just throw a smoke bomb down and disappear. Just. I see you as a real person.
I didn't say real person. I just see you as another person.
It's all recorded.
No, but you don't identify
Rewind
as
the
black.
tape.
Rewind the tape.
It should be noted Patrick's wearing a Confederate flag.
You know what I meant?
Cape draped over his naked body.
You guys all just said you noticed that they had a brown guy running the park in Jurassic Park. You didn't say they had a person running Jurassic Park.
That still doesn't make any sense.
Still notice that.
Still
he's
doesn't help
brown.
your argument.
No, but if I see a black person,
Yeah, but-
I notice that he's a black
But
person.
wait a second. He said it in context
what
of
I
what we were
meant.
talking about.
I know.
Right? He said there's a brown person running
I
the,
just
the
said I
park
always
based
forget
on.
you're black.
That's so different, dude.
No,
It's so completely different. It's in context.
No, but
with-
he said, Manolis said,
But wait a
is
second.
it okay if I call you kind of black?
But wait a
And
second.
then I said, yeah.
I just want to
Yes,
get
I
back.
said that.
I just want to get back to your other argument saying that he said brown. He said brown in a conversation about people getting
know.
offended about the word "packy."
No, I know, but
So
I'm
it
just
makes
saying.
sense.
But you're making me feel like an idiot because I don't
No, I'm
see
not making
everyone as
you.
people.
I'm not making
He
you.
saw that guy.
You- this
that's
is
a
all
brown
voluntary
person
on
running
your
Jurassic
end.
Park. He didn't say that. Oh, that's a guy running Jurassic Park. He goes in his head. He goes, oh, that's a brown person.
No, I'm not
running
making
Jurassic
you.
Park.
I'm not making you. You
So I'm
said I
saying
don't
he
see.
noticed. I don't. If you were in that role, this is my point. If you were in that role, I wouldn't go, oh, that's a brown guy. That's a black guy running Jurassic Park. I would say I just wouldn't think about it because I don't see you.
But
as
you're
a
missing
black
all the context for why I said a brown guy was running the park.
person. No, I get the context.
Okay. It's
So okay, but let's put.
But you guys tried to make me feel bad for not
No,
seeing
I don't
every black person as another person.
I'm not trying to make it
I
too
do
bad.
see other
Isolate
black
that.
people as another person. Yeah, see? If you take that out of context, it sounds horrible. I do see everybody as people, but I also... If a black person walked in the room, I know it's a black person.
When
There's
I
nothing
see-
wrong with
Jesus
that.
When I see a black person,
Why
So
are you
much
I
panic.
think
Why are you...
So much. It's just the way you sound now.
no, but
It's just
You're all making you sound like a racist.
no, but see when I
didn't say anything.
when I see a black person, I think automatically that's a cool dude, right? But I see you.
That's racist.
Well, that's fine. When I see you, I just think you're one of us.
Well, that's prejudice as opposed to one of us.
One of us.
So
I'm not cool.
So yours is they're above me. They're either cool or an angel because you know how black
think
people are.
black people
and then
I
they're
just
gonna help my
automatically-
golf game. And then when you see me, I'm
They
just one of you
automatically
guys.
seem cooler to me, always, and I don't care if that's. I don't even know what that is, but I don't think of you as
Racism.
cool.
It's a stereotype.
I think you as regular, like us,
As
like
one
just
of you?
lame. We're just lame white dudes. It's okay. You're white.
I'm not upset. I didn't jump into this conversation. You jumped into it, and then he panicked his sweaty.
I'm not racist.
You fucking the panic. I didn't say anything, and you
If
panicked.
the cops come to talk to us and you're with us, I'm not
You
worried.
took what I said wrong. That's why.
I didn't take what you said, Ron. You said this
I
is what you
said-
said. I see you as a person, not a black person.
I always forget you're black. I don't see you as a black person
Yeah, but that's the whole point, right? It's like,
because you're not that black.
but what is black to you?
You've got no, but like your complexion. I meant.
Yeah, but there's black people of different shades and color.
Yeah, I
My
know, that's what I'm
grandmother's
just saying.
dark.
I just
is
forget
dark
you're
as hell.
black.
My grandmother and grandfather are dark as hell. Well, it's like it's just
racist.
They're dark as hell.
they're dark as hell.
Gavin, that was a little far.
It's not far. It's my family.
You can go too far if it's your family.
No,
Did we
Yeah.
figure
No.
Jurassic Park out?
If you had a gay brother and you called him a faggot, that's not too far because he's your family.
it depends what the context is.
Oh, if I had a gay brother, I'd become a faggot all the time.
No, with
be
no
You
hilarious.
context.
don't have a gay brother and you call people faggots
all the time. Exactly.
But it'd be like, this is, you get it? Is this hilarious? Like, I'd love it. I had a buddy, my brother.
You're like, no.
My brother's friend worked at a funeral home. Still does, actually. Like, buries dead people and shit. Every time.
Is that what they do there?
Buries dead people.
I thought it was a
The
buffet.
funeral Dave.
Yeah.
It's Andrew.
Funeral Andrew.
I thought it was buffet.
Every time I see him he used to do it for co-op through high school, believe it or not. So I'd see him like through the years, and I'd always, as soon as I see him, I'd go, "Hey, Andrew, how's life?" He's like, "Pretty good." I'm like, "How's business?" It's all right. So, really? Because I hear it's kind of dead lately.
And you probably said that to him every
Yep,
time.
I said it to him every time.
That's the same.
Yeah, that's, I was gonna say, how does that have to do with faggot?
No, that's the same.
I know. That's how. Where's he going with this?
What does that have to
That's
do with
why I had a
faggot?
gay brother
Oh,
every
I
day.
see what you're saying.
not
You
the
think gay
same.
people should be dead?
And it's a choice.
Yes, that's where I was going.
I'd go into that as
Yeah.
a choice.
You were like,
You would make fun of.
If I had a gay brother, I'd become faggot once a day.
Why though?
I
Because it's
believe you.
hilarious.
Why is it hilarious?
Because he's my brother.
This is a terrible segue into gay rights.
Yeah, so let's talk about the
no
guy that
shit.
burned himself on fire. Who immolated himself?
Okay, well, there was Gay Pride in Toronto this weekend, I think, and
Was it Toronto?
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I thought we were talking about.
Well,
Gay
What were we
Pride.
talking
There's
about?
gay pride all over the world, right?
marriage got legalized in the U.S. too.
All right, okay, sorry, yeah, I just thought we were talking. I thought there was a topic about Toronto. Gay marriage is legal in the U.S. as of Thursday.
I can't believe that's a thing.
Welcome to the 21st century.
No,
United
just like
States.
that we have to vote on people getting married.
I was always confused by it because I always thought I thought it was all America, and then I hear it's certain parts of America, and then they stopped it, and then it's
What's
okay
federal
again.
now? It's
So
federal.
it's across the board.
right.
Now it's.
I was telling
just
these guys
legal.
it's bad for me because now I got to be careful when I go to Vegas because I'm gonna get too drunk and I'll end up marrying Doug.
That's how it works. That's basically how it works.
And then he doesn't want to get a divorce.
yeah, why would he want to divorce this?
Yeah. He wants to work it
This
out.
is my life partner.
Doug's like, he calls me a faggot all the time, but he's my husband. What are you gonna do? We made a commitment to each other.
Well, It's one of those
As
things.
long as he holds your fleshlight, you're fine, right? It's not that gay. You
As
just hold the
as
fleshlight.
long as anybody holds it, that's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
It's not gay if someone else is.
If you
It's
could
between
train
me
a
and
dog
you.
to do it, man, you'd be
I can put it
okay.
right underneath your armpit. It'll be fine.
Well, no, you can't. None of us would
If
do
you
that.
woke up to me fucking my flashlight that was underneath your armpit, that's not even gay.
Why am I sleeping at your place? Now that you said that, I'll never
he's
stay at your
sleeping at yours.
I'll sleep at your place.
That's not right, man.
But I think it's one. You know what it is? The interesting part is one of those things where it's like it's unbelievable that it wasn't just okay to begin with.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm with you on. I just don't understand. Like, it's like, why is marriage such a big fucking deal for people? It's just fucking marriage.
Religion.
It's been legal here
Yeah,
for
but still.
13
It's like
years.
Religion is.
So why is religion still a thing?
No, that's fine. If you want to be religious, that's fine.
I feel like religion was the first persecution for just sex for pleasure. Like, you don't want to have sex outside of marriage. You're not allowed to have gay sex.
Yeah,
they were the first.
It's the
you're not allowed to watch
Puritans.
porn. They're like against sex for pleasure.
It's the Puritans.
Yeah.
It's all the Quakers and all of them that came
But
over.
it is surprising how much of a.
Well, that's what they are, Quakers.
It's a funny word. I don't know why. what is that? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, like the Quaker Oats guy.
But
Is
They're
that
like
what
the
it's from?
Pilgrims and shit like that. When you see at Thanksgiving, those are the Quakers.
it is crazy that like the Puritan ideology
Yeah.
is so dominant that there were people who literally couldn't get married in certain states.
Yeah, it's just there's people getting married outside of religion, and I understand if your religion is against gay marriage, and that just worry about your fucking backyard. If you're a Christian and you don't want gay marriage, fucking fine, don't have it. But you can't cross the board everybody.
Yeah,
you can't just do that for everyone.
What
It's
do you mean?
bullshit.
Just worry about yourself.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
just
You're
like
saying it should be right from the start.
I'm just
that
saying.
gay marriage is just marriage.
They,
Marriage is marriage.
so how many years ago did they separate church and state
I don't know.
in America?
About 4 months ago.
Thank you. So
It was founded on it.
it was the forefathers or the founding members of wanted church and state separated. There's actually a Bible by George Washington where he takes out all the religious
Yeah.
stuff in it. It's the George Washington Bible or something like that. Anyway, if it's separation of church and state, then theoretically gays should have been able to marry a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be based on religion.
I think that's a weird thing about it is that it's good that it happened, but it should have happened fucking
But
years
there
ago.
Yeah.
is there a law though? There obviously must be a law. I can only marry humans, right?
No, you can actually. Can't you marry like property and shit? Technically,
I don't know.
isn't it like a woman who married a house?
I know a girl out. Well, I don't know her. My friend, she married her iPhone.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's like a thing.
Yeah.
You can marry things.
I'd like to see that plan.
You could marry your
Wait,
fleshlight.
so that was legal before gay marriage?
I don't know if it's
Yeah, you
legal.
could
She
marry
just
an
did
iPhone before you could marry another dude or woman.
Yeah, because dudes are gross. iPhones.
People
are
who
not
do
gross.
that, they should have their wedding ceremony and then shoot them to death before they leave.
You
the
don't
building.
realize you're a Muslim country, do you?
What?
You're a Muslim country.
No, whoever wants to marry their fucking iPhone deserves to die.
I
you're
think
you're not going
anyone-
to accomplish anything
Wait a
on this
second.
planet.
I think anyone should be able to do anything to whatever they want as long as they're not hurting somebody else.
This
That's
is
what I
really
mean.
awkward, but I got engaged this weekend and
With his iPhone
That's-
3S.
Was it an iPhone though or an Android?
His flip phone. He's
with flip phone.
What's the plan like?
It's a great. I'm on a family plan.
Shh, his parents don't know.
But it's someone like
They're
that.
really against it.
Whatever. It's like
You got to be an idiot, right?
I wouldn't judge anyone.
It's people who marry their iPhones
For a
that go,
point.
"Meh, they call dinosaurs packies.
I-
Gays shouldn't marry.
I don't know. I don't know these
love you,
people.
iPhone."
I don't know these people. I wouldn't call people, and
idiots.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if they're idiots. It could be crazy. It could be anything. But I think do whatever you want.
crazy.
Do whatever you want. If you're not hurting
No,
anyone,
I think
do whatever you want.
I think there should be a law that you have to marry only humans. That's it. You can marry a woman, a man, 2 men, 2 women.
What about
Man
the
and woman?
whole fucking the horse and guy thing that you were?
Don't look for logic. Don't look for logic.
Shit, sorry.
Do not look for logic.
Yeah, don't look.
That was a different day, dude. I don't even remember how that day.
He's like conversation Hulk.
Conversation.
Okay, where was there was a
Texas.
CNN
That guy. Oh, CNN.
CNN reported a very funny. They thought there was an ISIS flag at
In the
a celebration in San Francisco.
I think it might be San Francisco.
I think it was San Francisco.
And they
Can you
saw
look
it.
that up, Nick?
And they
Or
saw
are you doing something?
No,
How weak you are.
There was the ISIS flag. And
Look how he's shaking to pour that
Don't
water.
pour the water on my iPhone.
You're trying
I
so hard
love
to
it.
play it cool with one hand, too.
I was pulling that off.
He needs a spotter. What the fuck, dude?
So there was a gay pride celebration, a parade in San Francisco, and CNN saw a flag in the congregation. What is it called?
An ISIS.
The congregation
Parade?
of half-naked men and whistles.
it sounds like something from like The Onion or something.
The congregation.
It was
the congregation of men in thongs.
it was shut up for a
Shooting
second.
T-shirts into the
It
audience.
was London's Pride celebration.
It was London.
Yeah, some. I
Okay.
guess she was like walking around, and the reporter saw the
reporter.
flag, and then was like,
Thought it was an ISIS.
"Yeah, but it
flag?
had dildos. It was dildos and shit on the flag, and they thought it was Islamic writing."
But how? Does anybody?
That says something about Islamic writing.
Oh,
I didn't say that, by the way.
that's what she thought?
Islamic
Yeah, that's
people.
right here.
I didn't say any of that.
That's
Me
incredible.
neither.
Yeah, you better back away from that shit.
I would have like.
That was Patrick.
That's a that's a
What?
double check for sure. Like that's that one right there.
Well, that's a butt plug for sure.
I know. Like I would have been like, okay, guys,
I got this.
check this out. Is this a nice thing or is this dildos?
It's just
like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I posted something on Instagram where someone said on Twitter, CNN mistaking dildos and butt plugs for Arabic script is arguably the most apt metaphor for political discourse in America.
Yeah, it's hilarious that got through. Like nobody checked that.
no
They just-
double check. No double
Yeah.
check.
No, just throw it up there.
They do this shit all the time. They grabbed the black guy once and thought it was Evander Holyfield, and they were just like, "Oh, I got Evander Holyfield once." His news is just a waste of time. They're just useless. The guy's like, "I'm not Evander Holyfield." Come on, just go with it.
Was the flag designed to look like an ISIS flag or something?
Might have been.
See, that's the thing. If it was, then
Yeah, but okay, but it's a news organization. So let's not hold them to our standards of, hey, I mistook it for whatever.
That's
'Cause
true.
It's
No,
a
I know,
news organization.
But if someone was purposely doing it to fuck with people, then they deserve to get shot, killed too.
Pat's running on that platform.
You know where this wouldn't
The shot
happen?
and kill.
Who are you, RoboCop for fuck's sake?
Yeah, he's the ED09.
Judge Dredd.
He's just like Judge, Jury, and execution.
He's Judge Judy, man.
This mistake,
Judge Judy.
this mistake would not have happened in a world where there were no other languages and everyone spoke German, was white, had.
If we had some ovens to bake people in.
So true.
It's so.
Holy shit.
This is your backup right here. This guy right here, Manolis, is your backup. This is your running mate.
Yeah, so true.
That during the whole speech,
Yeah.
you say your speeches. He says that it's true.
That Hitler guy was crazy though. Like, you can't deny that. He's nuts.
Say what you will about him. He was crazy.
He's nuts. He's trying to kill
He
everybody.
made a good car.
Did he make a car?
Volkswagen, baby.
He made that?
Yep.
Like he designed
All right,
it.
let's not talk about Hitler's accomplishments. We've got enough here.
Somebody has to.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody has to.
I'm trying to think about how I can distance myself from this podcast.
Dude.
This thing we've talked about so far is us masturbating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I opened up. Yeah, I think I'm masturbating too much. Oh, then we'll go into how Hitler had a point.
I didn't say he had a point. I just said he invented the Volkswagen.
I said he was nuts.
Yeah, Manolis clearly said he was nuts.
That's true.
I wouldn't try to kill a whole race.
Oh, that's.
You
we
do
don't know about that. If you had the power, who knows?
I would kill assholes.
Yeah.
There'd be about 20 people dead by now. That's about it.
Well,
So
that's
the
just
Polish. And
But he wasn't that bad.
the
The entire restaurant industry in Hamilton collapsed.
every hippie bar closes down.
Yeah.
so do we figure out the ISIS flag?
Yeah, I'm saying if a news organization, we have to hold them to a different standard.
I agree.
Because
With
it's
that.
news. It's,
That was a pretty big fuck up.
that's a huge fuck up.
That's a
like
pretty big fuck up.
What the fuck is wrong with
You got to
they should-
fact check a little bit.
A little bit. And they actually apparently it really went in depth. They brought in like experts and stuff like that, and they made a whole thing. You know how they go off.
Yeah,
And
they
did a-
sensationalize.
Yeah,
They're trying to get a
and
story
They made a whole thing.
out of it. It wouldn't even surprise me if they knew. They were just trying to get a story out
Just
of
keep
nothing.
going. Just keep going. Don't stop.
Does ISIS have a flag?
I believe so.
They do.
Probably,
I
yeah.
just looked at
I
it. It
don't
does
even
look
wanna Google it.
like not exactly, but it's very similar.
So do you think it was designed off of the flag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks like a lot of people made.
Is it?
Well, see, fuck them then.
It
Yeah.
What? Is it making a point that like
Okay, I'm gonna make a swastika out of dildos. You guys can't say anything.
you've done that?
Yeah, but that's satirical.
Is it?
It's very satirical.
People would still get
Listen,
upset,
though.
and you'd
No,
be an
why
asshole
would-
to do
that,
it.
No, it's satirical because you're making a point.
Okay,
if I'm
I'm gonna
looking
have
at
a Confederate flag made out of butt plugs.
Yeah, that's a point because here's the example. ISIS is against homosexuality. Like you would be like shoot people if they're gay, right?
I wouldn't
And
shoot them if they're gay.
But I'm just saying. I'm
I'd
using
shoot them if they marry their iPhone.
Okay, so okay. Let's use that as an example. Say you had a flag. And
I wouldn't shoot them.
And people that loved iPhones and married iPhones, and they took your flag, and they made it out of iPhones. It's the same idea. They're making fun of you.
They're still idiots.
It's a satirical thing.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But,
And
yeah.
so
I mean, but dude, it's a satirical thing. They put it out on the Gay Pride Parade. They're marching with them, and then the news took it and they were like, "Well, ISIS was at the Gay Pride Parade."
yeah,
like,
no,
ISIS
the
is
news
fucking
is. Yeah, I
stupid.
know. I get that too.
like even on a base
But you
like
can't be
ISIS
like-
would have a float at the Pride Parade. Why would ISIS have a
Dude,
float at the Pride Parade?
There's like butt plugs and dildos clearly on the flag. Like you just need to look at it once, and you're
Yeah,
like, "That's not an ISIS flag." That's probably not.
Doesn't
an ISIS
ISIS? Don't they hate hate
Gays.
flag. Gay people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Where were you?
What?
Where were you?
That's what we were just saying.
No, that's what I'm just saying. Like, why would they have a flag there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would they have a float?
To mock the fact that gay marriage wasn't. Like ISIS didn't have a. Do you believe the news story?
No. I just
see this inception level of
No, it just makes no
He's
sense.
confusing
No,
us
I'm
now.
making fun of the fact that it's like almost like extremist. It's extremist to not have gay marriage.
Right.
Like I think that's a point they're making. An artist
point.
made the flag to show the comparisons of not having gay marriage in a civilized society.
But
and
ISIS
they look
would
at
not
ISIS as
just like, you know
terrorists.
what? Let's make sure we have a flag there.
No, ISIS
I
would show
think
up
ISIS
and
would
blow
just,
up.
yeah, they would just.
Do you think they
Blow
sent,
show up and
they
blow up
sent
that
a couple
place.
interns?
I like the idea.
Make them carry the flag.
I know we're against this, but let's make sure we're well represented.
You know who we don't have in our organization? Some gays. We should have representation down at the Pride Parade. Get some flags out there, some pamphlets. Let them know that we're here.
Yeah.
Get the message out.
Maybe, maybe we're wrong. Maybe
ISIS
they wanted
recruited.
gay ISIS.
Let's do something special for the Pride, the Gay Pride Parade. We'll just make the flag a little bit different. We'll put dildos instead of the Arabic writing.
Yeah, it's that was a huge fuck up by CNN.
But
Yes.
the girl that was talking,
It's American.
the woman that talking about how she's noticed it, and you listen to her like you listen now. You're listening to her put her foot in her mouth, but she doesn't know it at the time.
Yeah,
It's like I'm looking around. I'm like, am I the only one noticing this?
Does she sound like she cracked the case?
Yeah, like
She's
she just can't believe that. Like I talked to a few people and said, "Do you think that's okay?" They
Encyclopedia
ignored
Brown.
me.
she's like, I'm the only one who noticed this, but meanwhile, she's the only one who it went over her head.
Yeah, yeah.
Am I living around crazy people? Soylent Green is made of people.
And how excited were they to see the flag that they were like, we have a story. We have a story right now.
It's like worried.
Angle.
They
Yeah.
probably went down there like, Pride Parade, that's still gays. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Just waiting around
She's
for
like
hours.
trying to pad her resume. She's like, "Oh, they fucking send me the gay pride again. I'm so tired of doing gay pride after gay pride
All it
parade."
is animal
Wait a
stories
minute.
and gay
Is that
pride.
an ISIS flag?
I'm
This
in.
is my chance.
My hot lead. I'm gonna be like Tintin. So, also there was I don't know anything about this story, so somebody's gonna have to jump in. A minister who threatened to set himself on fire if gay marriage in the States was legal, and gay marriage in the States is now legal. So set yourself.
I thought
on
he
fire.
did it, but apparently he didn't.
No, he backed out.
Well, of course he's gonna back out.
Yeah.
He really embarrassed
No
himself.
conviction.
He
What
thought
happened? Do
that
you know anything about it?
I don't know a whole lot about it now, but he obviously thought that him taking that stance was gonna do something, and everyone's like, "Fuck him! I'll light the match." like, it totally backfired on him.
Well, I think in his world it probably meant something.
To like his church
Yeah,
congregation.
well, like a
Proper
lot of
use of
Christians.
congregation.
A lot of Christians got to mean something.
And they probably had like a thing like in their own bubble. They were like, they can't really make it legal. Like in their own bubble, they were probably thinking,
Yeah.
like, how could they even do that?
It's just ideas supported within like this bubble community. There was a monk who set himself on fire in Vietnam for like a noble cause. This guy's like, I'm gonna set myself on fire for hate, and then he couldn't even do it.
yeah.
There's a few monks that lit themselves on fire, and they just like, yeah.
I don't care if straight people get married.
Whoa, easy.
Why do I have to
Come on.
care? Why do I have to?
Don't
why,
jump. Don't.
Why do I have to worry about?
Don't throw things out there that you're gonna regret later on.
It just seems it just seems nuts all the time. Like it's so interesting to me, the idea of it being a problem. Like, sir, how this guy's like, I'm gonna let myself on fire.
Okay, he wrote, I will soon be 80 years old, and my heart is broken over this. America and Grand I don't even know what the saline prominently have never really repented for the atrocities of slavery and its aftermath. What my hometown needs to do is open its heart and its doors to black people as a sign of rejection of past sins. So, at this late date, I've decided to join them by giving my body to be burned with love in my heart, and not only for them, but also for the perpetrators of such horror. Huh?
Perpetrators of such horror?
Yeah, Celine is where he's from.
Mary?
I guess so. I guess he's talking about
Jesus.
slavery. And so he's like, I guess he's trying to, I don't know. It sounds like he's backtracking. It's weird.
Oh, that'd be embarrassing.
Wait, so he's
Maybe his boyfriend talked him out of it.
anti-racism.
Yeah.
And he's homophobic? Or am I lost? This is not
It
the
sounds
same
like he's
guy.
trying to change it.
Homophobic. That's being afraid of homeless people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ride the rails. You're
Wait,
like-
who is this? Is this the same pastor?
Yeah,
Or did I-
Texas minister set himself fire to die and inspire justice.
What did the racism thing have to do with it?
I'm
Yeah, I
just
didn't get
Quickly
that part.
get him out of it. Maybe he was using like taking another platform to be less embarrassed. I'd be humiliated if I was in the same situation. I'd try to get out of it any way I could by making it like a
This might be a different person, actually, that I'm
And
reading.
nobody's happy that he didn't burn himself.
Yeah.
That's gotta suck. Everyone's disappointed. Man, when are you gonna do it?
Even the
Oh, no, this is a
watched.
different
Yeah.
guy. This is a different guy.
Even because that guy was like
They're all the same to you, Gavin?
Yeah. White ministers that light themselves on fire. They're all kind of the same.
yeah,
This is
like-
a different guy that he was standing up against racism in his town, I guess.
But he hates gay people.
No, he doesn't hate gay people at all.
So what's the
What's
problem?
happening?
I said this is a different guy.
So was there a guy who said he was going to light himself on fire?
And he did it. This guy. And then you guys, what we were talking about before is a different person.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
there is a guy who said he would do it and he didn't.
Fuck that guy.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about.
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
even
See,
people
this
in the
guy-
church are like, "Hey man, you gonna do it or?"
This guy says I have no significant achievement.
We came.
This guy said I have no significant achievements to offer from that period, so that my influence on contemporary issues might have a significant impact. I'm laying down my life here today in order to call attention to issues of great human concern. He seemed particularly disturbed by capital punishment, racial discrimination, prejudice against the LGBT community. So this guy actually lit himself on fire in a strip mall.
I just
Like
did
a
like
long time ago.
No, this
5
is recently.
minutes of calling this guy an asshole, and that just sounds like he did it for a noble cause.
No, this is
separate guys.
two
this
different
guy
guys.
has a noble cause,
And he actually did it.
and
Yeah.
he actually did.
Isn't it interesting that the people who
79-year-old
have the
Charles
noble cause
Moore.
are the ones who actually do it, and then the people who have it for a hateful cause are like,
Yeah.
"Nah, I'm gonna go watch True
'Cause they're
Blood." Actually,
cowards.
Yeah.
No, they don't believe in their own shit.
Yeah.
Most people, like, if you're so upset about gay,
You're gay.
yeah, you're more than likely.
More like you're into dick, dude.
More, and that's what gay.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Maybe he fucked his boyfriend, blew a load, and he's like, maybe I shouldn't be so upset
I'm
about
actually
this.
pretty chill right now.
Yeah.
Don't feel like getting
I'm
gasoline.
chill and depressed. I need some. Do you got any zinc pills?
What about the wedding industry though, man? They're fucking jackpot. Their
alright.
business
Yeah.
their business just doubled.
Yeah.
Doubled? Is there equally as many?
Or
gay
tripled.
people?
No, probably no. There's there's dudes that want to get married and girls want to get married, so it's tripled. Did I figure that out right?
That's not
I
bad.
think so. Yeah. I think
There's three scenarios that could get married.
Let's just say yeah.
Okay, yes.
Let him have this one.
You're right.
I am right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's guys and girls who marry each other all the time.
You're going
Right.
down
So
this
there's guys and
rabbit hole.
girls, guys and guys, and girls and girls.
You
But there's not the
Yes,
same
those are
percentage
three-
of
some
gay
zinc
people
right
as
there.
straight
It's-
people.
Those
What?
are three
I just
different
can't get into
combinations.
this part. This sounds like
There's
just
not
so
the same
complicated.
amount of gay people as there is straight people. There's a higher percentage of straight people.
Who's spending more money at a wedding, asshole?
You're right. I'm the ass.
Thank you.
I think
They're not going to make more money.
You're probably right. They're probably going to be more extravagant weddings.
there's going to be more weddings. Yes or no? There's going to be less weddings.
There'll be more weddings, but not triple the amount that there is now.
Quadruple then.
His argument is that they're going to be spending much more.
That too.
But
on top of that.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Straight people spend a lot.
Yeah.
No, but gay. There's
Women.
gonna be. There's gonna look. There's.
But gay
There's
people
couples.
probably have more disposable income because probably less of them have kids.
Boom.
Why don't we
Boom.
like?
I don't know why I'm defending this. I don't agree.
Just let's narrow everyone down to what we think they are.
Oh, why?
An entire group of
I'm
people.
just I'm trying to be
Yeah.
happy for people making more money. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. You can just say they're making
That's
more
the
money.
lesson to take
Yeah.
from all of
Just
this.
say they're making more money.
Once numbers got involved.
Don't put numbers into it. Just say, hey, more money.
You seem legitimately frustrated that you can't figure this.
No, I can. There's girls and guys,
Yes.
guys and guys,
Yes.
and girls and girls.
Those are variations of combinations, but
There's only
not,
3.
There's not more people though.
So all the girls that want to get married can get married. All the guys want to get married
Yes.
can get married.
Yeah.
So that's more people getting married.
But there's
Yeah.
that percentage
not
of people
triple.
is only like, what is it, like 15%?
I don't know why you're looking at me.
10, 15? I
Okay,
don't know.
okay,
You-
all right, all right.
Statistics, I feel like you would. Well, I'm going to look at this end of the table.
there's more
I don't-
people.
Why are you looking at me? I'm not in this
Yeah,
argument.
I know.
I'm not in this argument. I'm sitting here listening to
Do
it.
you think? Here's a question. This is like a
To me?
sincere, just in general.
All right.
Do you think there's?
Yes.
All right, moving on.
Do you think there is?
What's the question?
No. Like, do you think there's more gay people now than there ever have been, or just more gay people out?
Well,
than
since
ever
the
have been?
bomb went off, the gay bomb, there's been triple the amount of gay people.
No, I'm saying,
Do you
myself.
I
think there's
think
always-
there's more gay people now because there's more people not afraid to.
Do you think
be
it's an
gay.
evolution thing?
That doesn't make any sense.
No,
You
there's a
saying
lot of
more
people-
people openly gay.
Yeah,
Or do you
openly
mean
gay.
No,
I think there's more
gay.
people that are not afraid to say I'm gay because
No,
they
no,
were
but
gay.
I
They're
don't
not
He's
Yeah.
talking about like genetically. Are there?
Are there
Oh no, I
more-
don't know.
I'm shocked that you don't
Like-
know.
No, well,
I know there's like really no
I'm not
way
a
to find out.
I'm not a
but-
scientist.
You're not.
well, the thing is, like,
that sweatshirt is deceiving. Then, wild spirit.
like think of it used to be like a fucking punishment by death.
Yeah, I know.
And like,
so there'd
and
be a lot of people that just would never. have
Yeah,
come
but
out.
they would like literally fucking chemically castrate.
But you're
you at
talking
some
about
point, too.
openly gay, or you're talking about
He's
genetic?
talking about
genetically.
Yeah, he's talking about. You're talking about openly gay.
Yeah.
He's talking about
I'm talking
genetic.
about genetically. Do you think there was a time where there was just
Less
think
gay.
there's less or more
Evolutionary.
now?
like are there gay animals?
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah, deers sometimes are gay
Unicorns?
because of food, because of food supply.
What do you
So because if there's less food supply,
Dick for more
yeah,
food?
they'll fuck each other, dude. Male deers will fuck each other.
Male deers? Now that,
Yeah.
How about the female? Do they wear strap-ons?
I don't know. Yes, they
What do
all
you
have
mean? They
strap-on
fuck each
deers.
other?
Yeah,
To share food?
No, so if the food supply is low, so they don't procreate.
That's weird.
Well, that kind of makes
Why don't
sense.
they just jerk off with their hooves? Wait, they consciously do that?
Yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna have.
That happens a
I'm
lot.
gonna Fuck
Happens
you
with-
because if I fuck her,
Happens
we're
with
gonna have more-
monkeys. Happens with a lot of animals.
Yeah, even insects.
That's so.
They
But does that
choose
make
to
them
do it?
gay though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that's
do.
not-
No, but are they
It's genetics.
sexually attracted?
It's just it's all instinct
So
and
if
genetics.
I wanna-
Not open.
I can be like, I
But-
want to bang you, Gavin, because I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, but okay, they're deer, so
I'm
they
not
don't
gay.
talk.
I just don't want
They just
kids.
they're it's genetics. It's
Well,
just
they
genetics.
do the
It's
thing
not
with
it's
the
not like it's not how we look at gay. It's just genetics. It's just in their instincts.
That's fucking gay. That's weird. That's really. I didn't know that.
How long do they have to have without eating before they start fucking each other?
I don't
I like
know.
to think there's just one guy that doesn't want to come into the closet. So they're done, just eat lunch.
So they're fucking for pleasure.
He just keeps his own little pile of grass.
Deer fuck for
You know
pleasure.
what, guys? You know what we need to do?
Like, no, there's tons of food, man.
Some
Chill
guy
out.
just eating
He's
all the
hiding all the food.
one guy who's just straight, just gay as hell, is just eating all the food that night. And he's like, I guess we're gonna have to fuck each other.
Like
We're fucking.
all animals fuck for pleasure then too, right?
I don't know. I guess some are
They
like
must.
dolphins. Dolphins
Well,
are.
if they're having sex
monkeys
If
are.
they're
That's
having
what I
gay
mean.
sex, they're fucking for pleasure.
That's what I would
Yeah.
assume.
Or they have to release the nutsack like this animal over here. They gotta-
Manolis.
they gotta
thought of
release it.
Manolis.
Yeah, let's get insight into the animal brain.
I like the thought of Manolis going to Che for like dinner, and they come out and they're like, "I'm sorry, we have no food," and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to fuck some guys now."
Like, we're out of fries.
Yeah.
Oh god damn
God,
it.
he just takes his shirt off.
Not even fries. It's like our ketchup bottle's a little low. I know fucking all the dudes in here.
Who doesn't have ketchup in their house? Hey,
Is that why
This
you
guy.
don't like the Augusta house? That they wouldn't let that happen?
what happened? What Gusta House? What?
Yeah, you don't like the
No,
Augusta.
Augustus was a dick to all of us.
Oh yeah.
And he
Sorry.
broke a light there.
Homegrown then.
Yeah.
The
You got
By
out of control.
accident.
the homegrown guy I had a problem
No,
with.
you had a fit of rage.
No, remember Augusta House? You pulled the mic on me?
One time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
more like a problem you had than.
Yeah, and then everyone kind of... But he was a dick to all of us.
Yeah,
But
but
then another guy cut your mic, and then another guy did. I think you're the problem, Gavin.
No.
I think you should.
I'm not.
joking.
I didn't
Didn't it happen
punch...
at Doors too?
What was
Remember
Doors?
Doors? Remember that show?
Yeah,
Upstairs?
no,
that
Doors...
guy was a weirdo.
Doors, yeah, he
Yeah, I
pulled
know.
the mic on me for
Yeah.
some weird reason.
No,
It
yeah,
didn't make
that's, you
sense.
didn't even say anything.
I didn't say
offensive.
anything. I was just doing my... And he's... he was on something.
He was
Yeah.
like really
He was
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was on some hard drug for
Jordan
sure.
used to do his bat swinging act. He used to go on there like Naughty by Nature, swinging bats around. It's like,
That was very uncomfortable.
What?
yeah, well, you know, your shirt's off. You got to do something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm there. They're out of food. I gotta do something. I broke a light at Augusta House.
Remember
by
that?
I
accident.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. They wouldn't even give us
By
a beer at that
accident.
place.
Don't stop saying it wasn't by accident.
Sometimes the one girl that worked there, I knew her from high school. She was like giving us pictures and stuff, wasn't she?
No, I didn't get any beer from them. I always bought
Oh,
if I had
I
one.
thought we got one free drink.
No,
I can't
Brenda?
remember that
I
one.
don't think so. And he was really mean to Brenda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to yell at her and shit.
The guy from Augusta House?
Yeah,
He's a aggressive dude.
yeah. Apparently.
He fucked me.
Well, that's because they were low on fucking tartar sauce. So you weren't even eating fish and chips. We don't even have fish and chips.
Gavin,
But
I was
tartar
at Gavin's
sauce.
one house one day. We're eating something. I'm like, "Where's your ketchup?" Oh, I don't have any ketchup. I'm like, who doesn't have ketchup?
That's
Gavin.
a fair point. Who doesn't have ketchup?
I don't know, a weirdo, I guess.
Yeah,
Sometimes
real
I like
creep.
ketchup.
You always make sure you have some ketchup in your house.
I have ketchup now.
I eat ketchup on everything because I'm white trash. So for me, I always have ketchup.
So mad at him.
But again, you think, but he might run out of ketchup, and he's got shit to do.
Yeah.
Not everybody has time to just jerk off and think about the next time they're gonna jerk off.
Yeah.
They have all this time to get ketchup.
I don't even know what you mean.
He's thinking
You have more free time to think about, is there ketchup in the fridge? He might not.
Oh, because
Are
he's
you
not
mocking
jerking
me or
off?
him?
Because he's what?
Because he's not jerking off? He's not
I don't
jerking off. He
know.
should have all the time in
Are
the
you
world to
mocking
fucking
me
buy.
or him?
Fucking buy.
Okay.
I'm saying you've got other shit to think about, so you might forget to buy ketchup.
Yeah, well, sometimes the ketchup is just done. And then
Plus, doesn't your dad grocery shop at your house?
I make sure there's ketchup in my house. If I don't see ketchup, I'll go buy fucking
you
ketchup.
didn't answer the question.
Yeah, my dad does grocery shopping. Yes, he does. But I've also brought toilet paper to your house because you don't buy toilet paper.
Why would he need toilet paper? He's got newspapers.
Yeah.
He's got flyers.
I need to take a shit. I'm gonna make sure. You know what?
You gotta
That's
shit
you're
at
right.
my
You're right,
house.
Patrick. You know what? I'm gonna make sure I have a knapsack of fucking toilet paper and ketchup in my bag from now on.
You
don't have to
should.
worry about any of you fucking
you
assholes.
should.
That's good.
Yeah, you'll get toilet paper.
You can't go to other people's houses and get mad at them for not having things
But-
you want.
Yeah.
Except for
Like,
toilet
Why
paper.
would I have things that you need?
That's actually kind of valid.
Yeah, but you see the genius of Pat?
I'll go out and
He'll
shit.
never have to buy toilet paper.
It is
Yeah.
a good move.
It's a great
It
move.
is a good move.
He's like, Big Brother's coming over. He's going to bring us toilet paper rolls.
Oh, and I just go to a restaurant and shit and then leave.
Manolis bought Pat a rubber sheet.
What is that?
A rubber sheet?
For your didn't
Yeah.
you buy him a
Oh,
rubber sheet? for when ladies ladies
these
come over
girls
to your
are-
house and bleed all over your mattress.
He had his
Pee.
situations pee and bleed on his mattress.
That happens?
Yeah,
So he had to keep flipping his mattress, and he did that twice.
flipped it twice.
I know, now it's fucked.
It happened on both sides.
Both sides.
Same person.
So I bought him.
Although one of the
Several people.
I paid
The
$10.
same person did it.
I paid
multiple times.
$10 for the cover thing. So it's like it's meant for like
Are you hold
children.
on? No toilet paper and women just bleed in their
Yeah.
bed. Are you in medieval
And pee.
times?
They pee in my bed.
and here's the thing though, right?
They have tampons.
Didn't one of them bleed?
No, she didn't have tampons.
'Cause you don't know.
She stuffed a flyer
Are you fucking serious?
She's like, she crumpled
my
up
God.
paper. I found it in my garbage later.
Where
This
do you find-
blood-covered, crumpled up piece of.
She's
It was
thick.
like a flyer for some band.
She's a thinker.
Where do you find these debutantes?
Hamilton.
These fucking gorgeous
So I
ladies.
buy
Has
Patrick
Village.
a fucking plastic sheet cover thing that's meant to go over your mattress, right?
Yeah.
What did you do with it, Patrick?
I have no idea where it is.
Thank
You
you.
made a parachute.
That's what I mean. All you have to do is put it on. That's it.
I don't know where it is.
He likes ladies. What if one of those women pee or bleed on his mattress and it forms the face of Jesus? He got Filipino ladies at his house all day long making him food and shit.
That's true.
The Mexican women would be coming by praying to that shit. You'd be good.
So what's next?
The Confederate flag is banned.
Yeah, I guess so. Is it?
What does
Kinda.
that even matter? I mean, like, is it? It's not. But it's not. It's not against the law. If I was in America and I wanted to
That's
have
what
my,
banned means.
You'll get shot.
If you had one, you'd get in trouble.
I
so
don't
I
think it's
can't
banned.
fly
I think
an
people
American
Didn't they
Confederate
ban it at
flag
the
on my
state-
property?
no,
State
none of
House
it's
or
banned.
something.
they took it down. They
Oh,
took
they
it
didn't ban
one
it.
in Alabama, but not in South Carolina.
They haven't taken it down. There's
They haven't-
actually a law that they can't take it down.
Yeah,
They
well,
have
they have
to-
to vote on
They
it.
have to vote on it, and it's got to be something like 2/3 of the vote has to be in favor of taking it
Yeah.
down.
So let's
like
say
they've
here,
created all these
Some woman
loopholes.
climbed up and took it, tried to take it down, and she got arrested.
Wow. What's the significance of the Confederate flag?
It is this. It was the flag of the South.
Yeah.
So in this American Civil War. when
Well,
it was-
actually, it's not the original flag.
Right. Okay.
So there's 3 different flags, but you're right. It's the flag of the South. The South wants to secede from America because they were making more money based on free labor. So they wanted the capital. They felt the capital should be in the South, and North was like, no, it should be here. And they were making money off free labor, so they had this war. But that flag that we know was put in the 40s or the 50s, and it was they were going against. They didn't want segregation. Am I saying that right?
They wanted segregation.
Yeah, they wanted segregation, and so segregation, and they were upset because federally lynching became a crime. So they were like, "What the fuck? Why can't we hang black people without dealing with real?"
That was in the fucking 40s and 50s.
in the 60s too.
Holy
They were
shit.
still lynching people
Yeah.
in the 60s.
Oh yeah, they
Holy shit.
There's a photo of some dude lynched, and he's
Emmett
wearing
Till.
Nikes, like recent shoes. So this stuff is like, yeah. So the flag.
Jesus.
So when Mississippi, it was,
That was a nightcap.
yeah, it was a night ad. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. So anyway, they had in the 60s when I think it's Mississippi, the University of Mississippi was had its first black student. They had riots, and the flag. That's what they put up in the state capitol. Was that flag was to protest having black students
So a lot of people held on to the flag.
for no
It's
reason.
come to I mean, the
Is it a
meaning-
racial thing? Like, is
very
it a
much so.
is but like the people
No.
who are holding on to
I
it?
wouldn't say I don't think it's overt. Like it's not like it's not like the Nazi flag where it clearly represents an idealism.
Well, why not?
It represents the
But why
South.
not?
For Southern people, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. For
Uh-huh.
some Southern people, it represents the South. It doesn't directly represent.
Okay, but
We're
but
racist.
your flag was that they had that flag to fight for
Yep.
slavery, and if you look at slavery was involved with kidnapping, rape, and murder.
Yep.
So I don't see how it could be anything else but a racial issue. And then
it is.
the recent flag, I guess what you're saying, I see that, but to me that argument that they have where it's the South is like, well, it's like the argument of, what's a good argument? I don't know. Like it's like modern people complaining about shit. I don't know. Good.
I know where you're going.
If
I know what
you're
trying to do.
if you're walking down the street with like a Confederate flag on your shirt, is there like a good chance you're a racist?
It's just something you should do if you travel through Europe. People are nicer to you.
Put a
Oh,
Confederate
no, that's the
flag.
Canadian flag.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no.
But there's a good chance that even if you say that to you it represents the South, you're clearly not that bothered by racism.
Yeah.
If it
Or you
doesn't
don't do
turn
the
you off
do
of
the
it.
research on it.
But
Yeah.
But okay, so the Dukes of Hazzard, we'll use that as an example
Well,
because
they-
people are using this a lot.
And they're re-editing it.
horrible.
Right.
They're
because-
re-editing it and taking the Confederate flag off of the General Lee.
Yeah.
They're going back and re-editing the show.
Yeah. So
They are.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have
It's
to.
just going to be a dildo.
They don't have to. It's just gonna be a dildo on the top of the.
Butt plugs.
They don't have to. Like this is just people who own businesses
They
going,
should
you know,
go back to World War II footage and take all the swastikas out of the
it's
movies.
different though. It's a different thing.
Exactly. That's my point.
Is it that much different?
Yeah, to go if you have a World War II movie, if there was a movie about the Civil War, you can't take out Confederate flags. It's just stupid. It's factual.
But you're hurting people's feelings.
But if you put the Confederate flag on a General Lee in your NBC and you have that,
swastika on
that's
on
just
Knight Rider, the original, had swastika on the roof.
And
They re-edited it.
it's just you're not even thinking about anyone's race because there's no way they would have like you said like a swastika on anything. There's no way.
And then Walmart took it away. They're not selling it anymore.
Yeah, and so
Why
was
were
Amazon.
Why were they?
I guess
selling
because people don't look at it as like an offensive thing.
Remember?
You know
when-
what's? Go ahead, Matt.
you good?
I was just gonna say it's amazing that this is the conversation, not that we're having, but that people are talking about the Confederate flag instead of talking about the fact that the dude killed 9 people
Yeah.
to try to start a new
Is that
a new
where it
hate
started?
crime. Yeah, that's where it started because it happened
I
Charleston,
blame
South
Fox
Carolina.
News.
Yeah,
we're,
but like
we're talking about the flag. I understand we're talking about a symbol, but instead of like, and I guess maybe getting rid of the flag is a step to get
But
to
like,
address this.
but like to even like you have these people die, you can't even fly that thing half mast.
Yeah.
And then also, if you understand, like churches have been traditionally attacked in the South because of that shit. You know, those 3 girls that died. What was that?
Yeah.
And it's under that banner.
Yeah.
That's the banner that they flew. So I don't know.
Remember when the Hillbilly Heaven guy?
Yeah, he was an idiot.
There was a guy in Hamilton that put up a Confederate
yeah.
flag, Hillbilly Heaven, and a lot of people were like, take it down, and then he just kept it up for like a couple months.
He was a bitch though. He
I took it up for a while.
He was doing all that for the press. He
Yeah.
was worse than a racist.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he was doing it for the press. I don't think he understood what he was doing because I had arguments with him. He said, "Well, some of us remember the Dukes of Hazzard."
Southern barbecue, right?
Still, it's like you live in Canada.
Then what's like the signs he had when you walked in, like, we only speak English here.
Yeah, the no halal.
There'll be no halal
Yeah.
here. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that from the Dukes of Hazzard too?
Yeah, it's,
Actually,
I didn't
it is.
find out what that's how I learned about the flag.
From that guy?
When that happened.
Yeah.
yeah. Most people don't
didn't
know
know
anything
otherwise.
about it, and then like I've had people argue like, well, because they think it's you're being emotional, and you're like, well, you know, it's about economics. Yeah, the economics of slavery.
So if I wanted to put that flag up on my property in America, flying on my property,
You can do that.
so it's not against the law.
It's not against the law.
Put this against the law to make the flag anymore?
It's
no,
one of those
people are
things-
making choices not to.
It's one of those things where like, it's just a flag. Like, yeah, it doesn't really have a huge impact one way or the other if you take it down, but it's just like it's just a flag. Why can't you just let it go? It's like that's my position.
It's because the law. There's 2 different conversations that are happening. The law is that trying to get it taken down from state buildings, right? Like state buildings that are representative of the government.
Right.
That's the law that they're trying to get.
Yeah.
The other discussion is around whether it's okay to like what the flag represents and who's supporting it and who isn't.
I think it represents slavery because there was a real I'm trying to remember. I watched like a kind of a small documentary about it, and it was saying that the Confederate flag was thought through a process where they were identifying the greatest the guy who helped create the flag or was part of it. He said that slavery is the greatest material interest of the world. And that was his main argument for
Yeah,
for
that's-
the position of
Because it's free
yeah,
labor. That's
yeah.
how they made all their money.
Yeah,
the con-
$3.5 billion in free labor.
The Confederate flag is also part of the state flag of Alabama still.
The joke is that it still the free labor or cheap labor happens with America all the time, just in different countries. But within their own country, yeah. I don't. Anytime I see someone with a Confederate flag, I just have an idea of who they are, or automatically I just go, "Oh, you're this person."
Yeah,
And I just
even if
can't help it.
Knowing everything else around it, and they want to defend it with other points.
Yeah.
It just says a lot of.
I think
Yeah, I just see it. I'm like, oh, you're an idiot. You're a moron, and I can't help it. It's just that you think I should be able to wear this shit.
I think it's silly to take it off the General Lee though from the actual TV show.
Why not?
It's silly.
Why not take it off?
Because I watched Dukes of Hazzard like through my childhood. I've probably seen every episode. This is the first time in my life I'm talking about
Yeah, but
the
it's
Confederate
different.
flag.
It's
flag.
like
I've never. At 14, I never or 13 years old, I don't go, what's that thing? What's
Well, it
that
was
for?
normal
That's the
then.
problem.
It
When
was-
they
that's why
read-
they're re-editing.
That's the
it, because
problem.
Back then, it was acceptable to have it on the show.
Yeah, when they
No, but I
redid
I don't even think I knew it was a fucking flag.
when they redid the
On the-
movie.
I
with-
thought it was a part-
That's
Case
the problem.
closed. Manolis didn't know what it was.
when they redid
That's
the movie
Weird
with
that he didn't know what it was.
Jessica
No, I
Simpson.
didn't
Seems
know
like
what
an
it
odd
was.
thing.
They did the remake.
Is it when they
No, I'm
did they keep the
They had the flag.
It
on
wasn't
top.
an issue.
yeah?
But people in the movie made like comments about the flag.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like people yelled at them and called them racist rednecks.
Oh, yeah.
In the movie.
Like
yeah.
So they
I
covered
don't
it
think
up.
they should edit like Huckleberry Finn. I think they should keep all that the same. But that's cultural significance. The Dukes of Hazzard's a piece of
No,
shit.
you just made my argument. Thank you.
Yeah, kind of you did.
No, I didn't.
Because why shouldn't they keep if it's like a representation of that
Because
time?
if you read Huckleberry Finn, it's a satire about slavery.
You watch the Dukes of Hazzard about two dudes trying to make
right,
help
exactly.
people.
There you go.
Help people with their
There's
lives.
cultural significance to Huckleberry Finn. It's a satire about slavery. It's talking about the time and what it was. and-
Subjectively to you, there might be different cultural significance to somebody else, though.
but that's what it is. If you
But it might-
studied
that might mean
book,
something more to somebody else. The Dukes of Hazzard might mean more to somebody else than it does to you.
The reason they
I
banned
guess, but it's like
Thank you.
the Huckleberry
but if
Finn
it's-
is a book that satirizes
But once you edit
the idea of slavery. What is Dukes of Hazzard
the
doing?
problem is this is such a subjective thing that once you edit one
It's
thing,
not really a subjective thing
It
because
is.
what is Dukes of Hazzard? What's the meaning behind Dukes of Hazzard?
I don't know. I don't watch the show.
Okay,
I don't
but
know.
there is no meaning. It's just Duke boys driving around.
But once you start editing one thing, how far do you go?
No, this is about context. As long as there's context, I'm for it. Like I said, he said, like, did we take down Solstikas in World War II movies? No. There's context to it. As long as there's context, I'm fine for
But
it.
that's the thing. If you
There's
take
no context for Dukes of Hazzard.
if you take that flag off of it, then you might as well take everything off.
Yeah,
of
why
everything.
not? Like, but I don't understand.
Anything that's
If you take the flag off the General Lee, you'll still know it's the General Lee. It's named after the general.
I will still
of
watch the
Confederate-
show.
Right. It doesn't. It's not going to do anything.
I did-
You take
I'll-
Nigger Jim out of Huckleberry Finn, it changes what they were trying to do with that book.
I don't want to hear you say that, please.
That's the name of the character.
So I think they should take that out of the book too. Then.
They
No,
should
but I don't
burn
think so.
All those books.
I don't think so because there's cultural significance. There's a point to that.
Mayce, were you gonna say something?
No, I agree with Gavin. I think and it's personal choice too. Like I think it makes sense for the what is the company that owns
Here's
the Dukes of Hazzard?
Here's the
NBC,
difference.
I
Like that's a
think.
product, so they
Yeah.
of course will want to make it more.
Yeah.
Here's
But-
the difference. I'm gonna if they take it off the General Lee and they have and the show's still on without it. I'm still gonna watch the show, and I'm not gonna go, hey, put that thing back on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. It's so silly to me to take it off in the first place.
No,
I don't care. Listen, I don't care if you take
But
it
you
off.
just proved my point.
I don't care if you take it off. I don't care if you put it back on.
But you just proved my
But
point.
my point is, I'm just saying you're an idiot.
No, my point is that it's meaningless to have it on or off. It's just meaningless to have it on there. So then why have it on there?
So that's my point. So
No,
why have it on there? Why not have it on there?
Exactly.
No, but
That-
to that point, now you're supporting him. You're saying it doesn't matter if it's on or off, so just take it off then, because it has a bad
No, but see,
connotation to it.
to take it off is making the same point. It's silly to take it
So,
off.
but if
it's silly to put it back on.
But wait a second. If it's meaningless to have on there,
It's
why have
it's
something
it's
on
a
there?
wasted time.
But why
No, but
have
they're
something
risking
on there?
people
that
watching it getting offended and not watching the show now and making a big stink about it. You might as well just take it
a
off.
show from
People still
1982.
watch this shit?
From 1982, people are still like, you know what? That show from 1982, I can't watch it anymore.
Yeah, but now we're
it's
getting.
old. It's old news.
Now
Who gives a fuck?
But I'm just saying, if it's
If
meaningless.
hey, listen, if there was a brand new show now, making it now, yeah, it would make it's just perfect sense. Yeah, let's not do
But
that.
like you said,
Yeah,
if they
that's
took
how I
it
feel.
off, if they made a new one, then whatever.
But what does it matter? Like, why was someone
It's
like?
waste, I'm
ooh,
just saying it's wasted.
So what's the
Why is it
Yeah.
wasted? I can sell more DVDs. I can, like you talk about gay marriage being legal, and now you can triple the sales.
Right.
Why can't I sell it to more black people then?
It's just it's an old TV
Well,
show.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
an
It's still on
old TV
DVD.
show. I'm
People
not
still buy
marrying.
it. People still buy it. If
I'm
people,
not marrying the General Lee.
Manolis, if people weren't buying that DVD, they wouldn't touch it. If people weren't buying the rights to the show, they wouldn't touch
Well,
it. It still airs.
Listen, if that's
so
the
they're still
fact,
making money off
if
the
that's,
show.
If that's the fact, I get it, but I still think they're idiots.
Not really.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Retarded. Is that a better word? Or are we offending
No,
them
actually,
too?
that's
No, I think you made my point. I think you made my point a while ago, and then you agreed with me, but you don't want to agree with me.
I just think it's wasted time.
Not
So
really.
take it off.
what are you arguing for? To go back to the old episodes, take it off the car? Is that what they're arguing?
For some editor to go through all the episodes of the Dukes of Hazzard to fucking take it off of the roof of a fucking General Lee.
Here's the difference between Huckleberry Finn and that word in that book and the Dukes of Hazzard. Huckleberry Finn is a work of art. Dukes of Hazzard is about money.
Right.
That's all that show was about. Is let's try to make some money. So if I can make more money by taking that shit off the hood, why not?
If that,
It's not a waste of time.
It doesn't change the show at all.
So
It
that
doesn't do
means
anything.
that means the person that's doing it is not doing it for the reason of like we gotta take it off because this is wrong for people.
Well,
to
yeah,
see.
that's it's not
So
allowed.
we're doing it because we want more money.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with
It takes
that.
away
But
from
that's
it
also
takes
the
away, then there's no point.
Manolis, that's
No,
the
but-
argument of slavery too. That's what people come to me with. That argument is like, oh, you know, they didn't change. They had slaves in the North. You know, they didn't change. They didn't get that flag. The only reason they got rid of slavery is because of money. It's the same thing. It's the same argument. It doesn't matter if someone's offended and you can make more money. You both are on the same side. One's just about money. The other one's about personal feelings. Whatever. Let's do it.
They'll make more money because they took it
But
down.
they're not doing taking the high road. They're doing it for money. So
Yeah,
fuck
but not
you.
everything's the high road. There's no high road in the Dukes
But it's
of Hazzard.
win-win for people that don't like it.
Exactly.
They win by making more money, and the people that don't like the flag win because it's not on the show anymore.
And it's not a sweatshop. It's not like they have
Nobody
editors in the
loses.
basement chained to computer monitors forced to edit the Dukes of Hazzard.
They actually have slaves taking it off.
Taking it out, just clicking on and
frame by
erasing.
frame airbrushing it.
It's like some guy's gonna get paid money to do this shit.
I just watched. There's a commercial. I think this commercial airs on the States. I don't think it airs up here, but I've seen it a couple times. It's for like Auto Trader. It's a new commercial where they use the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
it's the actual guys from the show. Like they're older now.
Yeah.
And I just watched the whole commercial. They never show the flag.
Yeah, and
They
they
n-
get a
in the
new,
car.
they get a Corvette or something like that.
And that makes sense to me.
Right.
That's fine.
No. Yeah, it's not. They didn't even show the roof of the
They don't
car
need it.
ever once.
They don't need it.
No, but it's fine. But it's just I don't care what the process is of how they're editing.
So you're
re-editing.
saying television should always have a moral compass when they do
No,
anything?
don't. Now you can have a moral compass now.
They
have
never
it back
did.
then.
Nobody does.
Then let it be, and let's fucking move on.
Yeah, but the argument is I can make more money.
Well, that's fine then. Then you're not doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, but who cares about
Well,
the right
they
reason?
are and they're not.
Yeah.
The reason he's gonna make more money is because it is the right thing to do.
The right thing to do lines up with
Because it's
making
like
more
saying,
money.
because that's like saying, oh, you guys like slavery?
Yeah,
okay, well, we'll put the flag on everything.
Yeah, but it's just like if McDonald's had a sign out front that said no black people, and they'll make more money if they take that sign down.
But
it doesn't make them.
But that's what I'm saying. The danger in that, what I'm saying about this flag, danger is that's like if that in their heads. Then if we're gonna make more money, if we say no black people, let's put that sign on everything too.
Manolis, the reason why they had emancipation was because the South was making more money.
Slavery.
The South
peak,
was-
all I'm saying, the peak of slavery
Yeah,
and
but-
all this craziness of all what we're talking about is not based on this moment of time of the General Lee.
No,
What if
no.
they
What
are
I'm saying
doing it
is,
for the right
my argument. I just gotta get this out. My one argument is slavery wasn't. They didn't have emancipation.
Let me
because
interrupt you. I'm just kidding.
They didn't have emancipation because of a moral reason. They did it because they were making more money.
Right.
It was about money. So the same argument you're talking about, the generally, is about money.
Wait, you're talking. Explain yourself.
Slavery, emancipation. The reason why they got rid of slavery
slaves.
is because of money. The South was making more money
without slaves.
with slaves
With slaves.
than the North.
Right.
So when you're talking about the General Lee and NBC getting rid of the thing, it's the same argument. It's about money.
Right.
Right. So you can say that in the
But
South.
slavery was slavery's not supposed to happen in the first place.
But it happens.
Right.
And it happens, but the only reason they got rid of it was because if everyone was making money, they'd still be slaves. That it wasn't a moral decision. But one group wasn't making money, the other group was, and they didn't want them to be the power structure in the country, so they had a fight over it.
All I'm trying to say is,
But slaves didn't give a fuck because they're like, I'm not a slave anymore.
if the networks
now I
are
can do
like,
Jim
it's like,
Crow.
look, listen, Walmart's not selling the flag. They're only doing that because because they know that everybody's going to judge them.
Which is exactly why they disbanded slavery.
What's that?
It's exactly why they got rid of slavery.
But the whole point is that everybody wants them to. The popular opinion
Yeah, and
is
that's
moving in the right
great,
direction.
and that's great. But my point being is Walmart is don't kid yourself. Walmart would go the other way if it was if they knew that was the popular opinion.
It's called capitalism.
So it's all bullshit.
That's
But
not really
it's
bullshit.
Not bullshit.
Slavery's not supposed to exist anyways.
No, slavery does exist.
But it shouldn't exist anyways.
I disagree with that.
Okay, let me ask.
I think it's morally wrong. But yeah, I think.
Okay, do you think the essence and
Did you just say you think slavery should exist?
Yeah.
Why?
I just think that's how you build up. I don't think it should exist.
You're a disgrace to black people.
No, because it's not about black people. Because we have
completely
slaves.
out of context.
There's slaves all over the world. There's been slaves for other than black people. Black people were just one group of slaves.
I'm gonna go back out in the future and take this out of this podcast episode.
Why?
Because I find it offensive.
Well, let me finish explaining what I'm saying. I'm saying from an economic business standpoint, there's always going to be slavery. It's always going to exist.
Okay.
And that's how it works. That's how the business works.
So what is the slavery right now?
Well, you got people in third world countries making clothes and phones and shit like that. You got people in iPhone.
Should be.
I don't think it should be. It is what it is. This is my argument.
Would
what
you
I was
think
saying.
that if you
This
were
way,
one of those
let me just
kids?
finish. Morally, it's wrong. Morally, from an economic business standpoint, it's right, and it doesn't matter. But if you look at it morally, from a humanistic, a human point of view, it's completely wrong. And it shouldn't be. From a business standpoint, that's how business operates.
So you're not saying you
can't just
believe in it. You're
separate.
saying you believe that it is required in order for successful business.
We live in a war industrial complex, and the only way people make money in our system of government in this world is through suffering. That's how they make money. That's how they make money. Businesses make money from suffering, and that's how it is. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying from a business standpoint in this world, that's how it works. And from a moralistic standpoint, no, it's wrong.
Sound like a Confederate general right now.
Well, I mean, we can.
sounds like you want the flag
But
back
you're not.
on
You're
generally.
missing what I'm saying. I'm saying morally, it's wrong. I'm agreeing with you. Morally, it's wrong. I'm saying if I was a big business, if I was Walmart, how do you think I make that fucking money? I fuck over everybody. The people that work at my company in America can't make a living off what I make.
So you're saying this whole thing is more just an issue of capitalism,
Yes, it's all capitalism. It's all money.
and you don't agree with that?
Morally, no. But as a business, on the other side of shit,
I am so confused.
I know. Because if you can separate your brain from...
But you can't. Morality is there all the time.
Yeah, but
You're saying they can't figure out other ways to make.
They can. They're greedy.
They're greedy. They're making they want more.
All I'm trying to say is, the reason of all this slavery and all this stuff that all these bad things have happened is not based on this little moment in time with fucking the Duke boys. All right,
We've hit a
Well,
nerve
maybe
with
it
you.
is.
You
Yeah.
saw that at a young age, and that show has influenced the rest of your life. You base everything
Yeah.
you do on that show. So
He's
we're
trying
not
to
going
weld
to
his
change your
car
mind.
doors.
Us to change that would be like changing the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, but it's
For
a
you.
small
You did
victory.
try to become a stuntman.
You know, after slavery, you know what they did, right? Jim Crow is fucking million times worse.
no. I don't
Yeah,
know
okay.
what they
Jim
did.
Crow, what they did was like, say you're outside and you lit a cigarette. Like, say how you can't smoke on the patios, right? You're a black dude in the South or anywhere really, and you light a cigarette on the patio. They throw you into prison for life, and they make you fucking work on buildings and roads and shit like that,
Right.
until you die.
Yeah, well-
and then they just replace you with another
Right,
person.
and that should not happen.
That was worse than slavery, but that happened right after slavery.
Right.
That happened, and everyone had that. That's called Jim Crow.
And why is it worse?
Isn't that
it
pretty
just
similar?
slavery?
Because it was like, oh, now the criminalization of black men happened even more.
It became a business.
And they threw them all into prison, and everyone had a right to do it because it was like, oh, they're criminals. And now they worked them to death. They just you lived in prison for bullshit charges for nothing.
Yeah, but both of those things are horrible.
They're both horrible, but it got worse, is what I'm saying. And Jim Crow hasn't really ended. It's just included more people.
So who's this Jim Crow bastard? And how did he get?
We got to punch him in the dick.
Yeah.
He drives a General Lee.
hey,
I think you guys, when I say morally, I'm agreeing with you.
but like it's just. I mean, if iPhones cost an extra $100, and it meant everybody that was building them had better lives, I'd be okay with that. I'd be fine with that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But
How many people here shop at Walmart? I do.
I do.
Yeah, I gotta buy some cheap shit. We're fucking over people all the time.
I don't actually.
We participate in
shop
slavery
there.
all the time. We participate in it all the time. We can't get away from it.
Right.
Are you more concerned for like the editor's time? What is it that's upsetting you? Because you admitted already that you wouldn't care less if it was in or out.
I wouldn't care.
So why are you fighting so hard to keep it in?
I'm
That
just
guy
saying.
thinks too, he's the jerk off, and
But it's not a waste of money for the company because they're going to make more money.
Yeah.
So whose time are you wasting? I don't understand what the issue
It's
is.
also like company who like doesn't want to
think
look
it's
Are
like
you
they're
silly.
offended that they're changing the original?
I'm not offended at all. I don't like that's my point. I don't care.
You
I
seem
he
to care.
thinks
But
their
I'm thinking-
motivation for doing it is
as a Greek
embarrassing.
man.
That they're like, oh, we can make some money off of this.
Well, it
So
shouldn't
let's-
matter.
let's act like
Maybe
we're
they
If
have
they want
a-
to do it because they morally think it's something they should do, I get it. But I don't believe
But
that.
to Gavin's point, that's not how the world works.
Well, that's how I fucking work, dude.
But here's the thing too. Okay, let's talk morally.
But you should be for it coming off regardless then, if you know that it's the right thing to do.
No, I want them to do it for the right reasons,
I know,
not
but
for
if-
more money.
But you'd rather it not happen at all because they don't think it's the right thing to do?
You ever watch like a movie or a show and there's like
Yes.
at the time there's like they do like a gay joke where dude accidentally kisses some weird gay and everyone makes fun of it and that's the joke, and then when you watch it now you're like, oh my god, this shit's so fucking dated. That could be another reason why they're taking the gender, where people like watch it and go, holy shit, this is so goddamn dated. Remember when you could have a gender?
It's probably a mix of
Confederate
both.
flag?
It's probably a win-win for them. They're like, we probably shouldn't have that in our show anymore, and we'll make more money if we take it out.
yeah,
fans of the
new
show.
box
Like
set.
you can't say that they're for it, but they're gonna take it out for the money. They might also be against the flag now, and
Yeah.
you know.
It might be a new generation of people in charge of it going, this is disgusting, we should have taken this. Like, it could be anything.
No.
Keep it in?
I
There should be
really-
more
I mean,
Confederate
it's not-
flags on the Dukes of
No,
Hazzard.
I'm not
He's
even
gonna
saying.
put one on his.
I'm not,
On the
Honda.
TV.
I'm not even saying that's not my point to keep it in. I'm saying it's like, it's just to me, it's like, it's just it's an old show. It's just let it be and let's fucking move on. It's who cares.
I hear what you're saying.
No one's basing racism on an episode of fucking The Dukes of
yeah.
Hazzard.
But if it wasn't a thing, maybe in your world it's not an issue, but the fact that it's happening, obviously there's some concern about it.
That makes a good point.
You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't be doing it if people weren't talking about it.
It's also
And all the people that say like, oh, it's not a racist thing. I like the Dukes of Hazzard. Now that'll be.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
It's
include
just
so many
causing
other
more
people.
problems for them to
you
keep
ask
it in.
any of the people that were on that, like you ask the Duke boys now, and
We
say,
don't
hey,
have the numbers, right? Can we call them?
and they're like, hey, they're gonna take the Confederate
These guys
flag out
don't
the
even
General
know who
Lee.
the Duke boys are.
What do you guys
I've
do?
seen an episode.
I'm
They're
sorry.
also fictional characters. Let's remember.
Yeah, you call the Duke boys.
Wayne and Jennings.
I'm not done talking. And you called them up and say, hey, we're gonna take the flag off your General Lee.
Do you think they have
What do you
cell
think?
phones?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think
Not
about
at this
that?
point.
You know, what do you think
very
about that? You know what they're gonna say? I don't fucking care.
How do you know that?
I know that. They're not gonna fuck. Who cares?
Why, based on how their characters are on the show?
'Cause I
What
don't-
are you talking about?
No, because it doesn't matter.
Do you think they shoot bow and
It
arrows
doesn't
too
matter.
out of the trunk of their
It
car?
doesn't matter so much that it's
Do you think they run moonshine
waste of
across
time.
the border as well?
it's a waste of time to do in the first place. It's so
But it's not a waste.
Yeah.
There's all these reasons to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah. What if someone watches that show now, like a rerun, and then they're enjoying it?
And
they
become
see
a
that-
racist?
No, then they see that flag and they go, "Oh, fuck this show,"
Yeah.
and then they never watch it
They
again.
back away from it.
That's why they're doing it.
And think about the editor's going to make some extra cash. He's
Or
like,
they-
fucking right.
Just watch the show and be like, this thing sucks either way.
yeah, what kind of
Such-
idiot would base their life
it's
on
a-
this show?
It's this show is only funny to watch now because it's so bad.
Yeah, but it can be the same without a Confederate flag.
But it's just stupid, man. The whole thing's just, stop selling them at Walmart. Take them all down. But just to go through the trouble of like,
Don't touch my Dukes of Hazzard.
No, but it's
Leonard Skinner shirts.
The South will rise. The South will rise.
it's just
And
it's
do
just,
what?
It's just
I kind of
it's just I just
part
think
of me kind of agrees with Manolis a little bit in that just
That's called-
maintaining the historical context
that's
of it so
called
people
Stockholm
can see it and go,
syndrome.
wow, people used to
What?
not
That's
care
called
at all.
Stockholm syndrome. The historical value of the Dukes
No,
of
I
Hazzard.
see what you're saying with
That's
that.
what
It has a-
that's
you
my
can't-
point.
You can't deny
You
that.
just made my point.
You can't deny that the
Historical
Dukes of Hazzard had
value
an
of the
impact
Dukes
on
of
pop
Hazzard?
culture.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
You can't deny that the Dukes of Hazzard had an impact on pop culture.
I won't, but I didn't make your point. I was repeating what he said sarcastically.
Yeah, mocking him, mocking the Dukes of Hazzard for being a historical point.
Well,
Right.
it is a shit
Yeah,
show.
that's
but
my
it did-
point.
but
no
it
one's
has-
looking at the Dukes of Hazzard for history lessons and going, "Hey."
So he's going against your point.
See?
Yeah, but I don't need
Hating
him
black
to
people
agree
was
with my
okay
point.
because the Duke boy
He's
said
arguing
so.
himself out of his own point.
That's fine, but it did have an impact on pop culture. Like the fact that they're going
yeah,
back
it
and
did.
re-editing it, the
It
fact
did
that
have
we're
a-
even talking about it. Didn't you have like a Dukes of Hazzard?
I love the Dukes of Hazzard,
in
but
your
I didn't.
house?
I was a kid and I didn't understand. Now when I see that flag, I'm just like, oh, like you don't understand the feeling I'm just like when I see it. Because it's not even that it's like, oh, it's slavery. It's just the ignorance of the person that has it.
But there's
it's
like-
never a smart person.
I agree
There
with
is
that.
value in people being able to see that and have that feeling and going, oh wow, people used to not.
I wouldn't
care.
watch the
don't
Dukes
have
of
to-
Hazzard anymore.
But you don't have to agree with it. That's a good thing, though, because
Yeah.
then you can realize where you stand as a human being more. You don't have to agree with everything on television. You don't have to agree with every point.
I'm not-
You can look at it and go, "That's fucking disgusting. That was made in the '80s.
Dude,
that's the historical context of their pop culture."
here's
and you
my-
can take yourself away from that
here's-
and learn about yourself as a person.
But they
Here's
don't
my
want people
argument.
to take
This
themselves away from it.
my argument is I don't want
Well,
it
they
on
don't
there.
want to. Yeah, that's probably why they're getting rid of the flag.
My argument is I don't want it on there. But I agree with you. But they made their choice, like you said. They made the choice,
And that's fine.
right?
Yeah.
But-
so it
but
doesn't matter what
All
we
I'm
want.
saying in this is that you can't deny the pop culture relevance of
Well, I didn't say
the
it
Dukes of
didn't,
Hazzard.
but I'm saying what I'm saying. The argument, what I'm saying, is that they made the decision, and it was
Yeah.
an economic
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah, that's fair, but I agree with that.
But I don't know. Yeah.
And it's the crux of Girls' Night Out.
There's
Okay.
another
We
solution.
argue on everything we agree
So
on.
slavery.
Yeah.
So slavery's okay.
Oh, there's one
All right,
other.
Let's move on.
Slavery isn't okay.
You can just take the power away from it too. This is I know we've argued about this before, and I know it's never going to happen. And I get both sides of the argument, but the whole because I get why people think it's important to teach history and learn all this stuff, but like I said, I didn't know what that flag was until all the hoopla about the guy who put it up on his shop, right?
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah.
figured out what it was, blah, blah, blah. But until that day, that flag, I could see that they could have it on every street corner. It would mean literally nothing
That's
to me.
that's what bothers me the most
And
about
then
the
the
flag.
power's out.
That's what
But
bothers
if
me.
after so many generations, if we stop talking about it altogether,
I agree with you. But
it would mean nothing.
But like, how many generations was it before we knew anything? Like, this is 2015,
Yeah.
right? The Dukes of Hazzard happened in '85.
The golden years.
The golden years of society. The gold when we had American Gladiators, the TV series, and, but that's what I'm saying is that's my problem with the Confederate flag. It's not that I look at it and go fucking slavery. It's the people that have it. I go, you have no fucking clue what you got.
I'm just saying if we stop talking about it, like again, even the Hitler thing. How many people do you think by default now just automatically dislike Germans because of everything they've learned about
How many
World
people
War II and the
won't
Holocaust and
won't
stuff?
have that mustache?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you don't teach people about World War II and the Holocaust, then they would have no opinions about negative opinions
they
about
still
Germans.
would be-
I know it's ignorance. You should teach them everything, but that's just, you know what I mean. I
Yeah,
just
but
think,
like, if you look at modern propaganda since, like, I don't know, Hogan's Heroes, which is took place in a POW camp.
Mhm.
But if you look at propaganda, the Holocaust is generally shown as a horror. Like, if you do a Holocaust movie in Hollywood, you're nominated for an Oscar. Like, the Holocaust is like, knowing that shit has been pumped into the public consciousnness. It's in the zeitgeist. We all know it. The Confederate flag, what we knew about it was the Dukes of Hazzard. There's a difference. Like, I completely agree with you. But if that was shown on other ways, if people had, the average person got educated about it, then you could do other stuff about it. But no one was educated. No one really knew about it until, like, what, this year? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, their reference was Dukes of Hazzard. That's their reference. And how many people go?
Manolis just thought it was a design on the top of the car.
Exactly. If you didn't know about the Holocaust, right, and the only thing that came out was, say, the Nazi speedboat, you'd be like, why is it a bad? Like, if there was no other movies, and you didn't bother to do research, like most people don't, you just be like, well, why is that a bad thing?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's not to me. I think that's better.
I think
Just
so.
Not know, because now that we do know, that's the whole like racism thing and everything. Like, I don't think people. I didn't know that. When I was growing up, I think this is the point I made before, like a long time ago. But there was black people at my school, and I thought nothing of it. I had friends and stuff like that. It was never even a thing. Mm-hmm. And then as I got older, I'm being taught what racism is, and then you start forming opinions like, oh, they're different. Like you start learning like they're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I would have not thought anything at all if no one even explained racism to me to begin with. But now that it has been explained to me, then it's like
You guys live in a different
it
world.
gets confusing when you're.
You guys grew up in a different world. You have access to more information, and you're around different people all the time.
Yeah.
So a lot of your generation is just like, fuck this shit.
But I just think there's enough people that, like, I obviously can tell the difference. I'm not going to be told something about a race and then just believe it. You know what I mean?
That's
but
your
But
generation.
there's so many people that are idiots that will hear bad shit, and then that's their opinion, and they're just ignorant people.
Yeah, but there's always going to be that.
I know, but
I'm just, your generation's different, because this shit, like the shit that I'm seeing now in the last 3 or 4 years, you guys just like don't give a fuck. You're just like, this is how I feel about some shit, and I don't care if you think it's traditional. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
This is damn hipsters.
Yeah, it's goddamn hipsters
Mace.
Look at me.
with his NASA shirt.
You're one mustache away from being a hipster.
Let's take their Pabst
No,
Blue
that's not
Ribbon
gonna happen.
T-shirts away from them.
Yeah, I agree.
General Lee on the cover.
You and your NASA T-shirt.
NASA.
We're at 2 hours.
Almost.
Jesus Christ. Do you guys want
That's
to
what
talk?
happens when you have
masturbation?
stupid opinions and I have to fucking deal with them.
You love the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Did you watch the new one with Jessica Simpson?
They made 2 of them, right?
No, I
No,
just
he couldn't
I
because
just
he
like
could jerk off to it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they did make 2 of them.
I just like the old show. From when I watched them when I was a kid.
Do you sit down with a warm feeling in your belly? Just like,
I wear Western shirts just because of the Duke Boys.
Do you watch Designing Women?
Really?
It takes place in the
Yeah,
South.
you didn't know that?
So why
no.
don't you put
you
didn't know
my
that?
my obsession with Western shirts
It's from the Dukes of
from the
Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
That's
a
why
high
I said
bar.
that. That's why it's a touchy subject for him, because he saw that as a child, and he's based his entire life.
And then he wears his current
Every
shirt because
decision
he's obsessed with My Little Pony.
That's right. And the Confederate flag on his Nissan.
Yeah.
Every decision he ever makes is based on what would the Duke Boys do.
Dude, why can't you switch to Airwolf?
Did you feel like the Dukes of Hazzard when you ran from that cop with when you had weed in your car?
He jumped a
Maybe a little. Maybe a little.
You can update your reference.
My life is
You can update it.
my life is the Duke Boys.
Well, not
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
You can update your reference.
What's my reference?
The Dukes of
So
Hazzard.
let me. Just say someone had a Confederate put that design on the top of their car,
Right.
and people are like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "No. I'm a Dukes of Hazzard fan. That's all it means to me." General Lee.
Well, that to me, that
Would you
makes-
go? Oh, okay, he can keep it on his car then.
I wouldn't care if he kept it on it or didn't.
As a Greek man.
But you should.
What do you mean? If some stranger?
Yeah, just some guy. He
Why-
loves Dukes of Hazzard, so he put that flag on
Well,
top of
I'm
his
not going to be
car.
offended
But
if
he can.
As a Greek man.
Like,
I know
he
he
should be
can.
allowed to.
No,
'cause
yeah.
who cares?
I'm not going to be offended
yeah.
if he has it
I
on
should
there.
be allowed to put swastikas all over my
No,
lawn.
but I'm not going to be.
Yeah.
No, that's a
And then
hate
everybody
crime.
can
That's
say
actually a
you're
hate crime.
an idiot.
That's the difference.
I'm
If
not
you
gonna
put
be a-
if you put swastikas on anything, that's a hate crime.
Well, it
It's
has a different
anti-Semitism.
meaning.
We don't have freedom of speech in Canada. You guys know that, right? We have a Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and
Dude,
you
I'm
can't
ta-
say whatever the fuck you
Dude,
want.
I'm talking right now.
Okay.
He didn't have to
We
make
have a
any
Charter of
permit.
Rights and Freedoms, so you can be you can go to court for some shit you say.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is that I wouldn't be offended if the guy had it on there for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. I wouldn't care either way.
What is the right reason?
If he's saying, "Oh, I just a real big fan of the show," I'd be like,
That's not a right reason.
if that's no, but if that's his
If you mean
reason.
right, WRITE, yeah.
No, but if he says, "Oh, I want that flag on my car because I'm a huge," if someone
tap tap.
if someone there's there's duplicates of the actual General Lee. People own them.
Yeah.
Right? People spend a lot of money on. I'd say probably 99% of those cars that those people own have that flag on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's safe to say they're a fan of the fucking show. So it's like I'm sorry if he has it there for the show, of course. But if he has it there not because of the show and he hates black people, hey buddy, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah, but what if it's like, what if I?
No, it's my problem, not their problem.
It's your problem,
Right? It's my
and
problem.
their problem. I got shit to do, man.
But what if I had like a? What if I had like explicit lyrics on my shirt?
Right? So why would I care about that?
No, something about like raping women and murdering my mother and stuff, and it upset people. Yeah,
Until
and I
you
go, I'm an Eminem fan. Oh, okay. Well, then keep that offensive shit
No,
on your
I would
shirt.
say keep it on. I don't give a fuck until you actually rape a woman. Then I would.
I'm
Then
just
I'll
saying,
have an
people,
ash.
whether they're allowed to legally or not, I think people should just make better judgment.
Yeah, this comes down to morality.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whether you can do whatever you want, it comes down to morality. Like, what's your moral? I just see the flag and I just like, that's a fucking idiot. That's a moron. I just like, I
If
think of
someone
like
gets a
juggalos and
swastika
shit like that.
tattoo on their fucking forehead, I don't care. But I'm obviously not going to go get a beer with you.
Let's
Well,
just say
that
like,
person's in prison right now. That you can't get a beer with them.
Yeah.
His name's Charles Manson.
He can't be the only one. That guy got married, I think.
No, it actually got called off
That,
because she just wanted to use his body when he dies.
It ended horribly.
Yeah.
Very hurtful.
I'd still do it though if I was Charles Manson.
Yeah.
What
Still
happened?
do what?
She just wanted to marry to get his body.
What do you mean get his body?
She wanted to sell his body. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
that what it
When he
was?
dies.
Wasn't she gonna put it on display or something?
Yeah.
And
something.
have people come in and see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
You can do that
so
now with
weird.
Charles Manson. He's got to put money in his
Wait.
commissary.
And he figured she told him?
I don't know.
She
That's
must
a-
have told somebody who told somebody who told somebody, and then it
Fucking Facebook.
Didn't she have a?
Gonna see my corpse, Daddy.
He's like, he'll never find out. He's in prison. Oh, he found out.
Oh, Charles
He found
Manson.
out hard.
Charles Manson checked his Facebook status.
Charles Manson, no friends. No friends. In
No
Charles
pokes.
No pokes. Well, so we agree. Manolis is a racist. Is that what we're going with?
Yep.
Okay.
No, not an idiot. You're more a racist than I am.
How? How is that
Because
possible?
I just said it.
You did say you think we need slavery.
You're the one that
No,
wants.
I said slavery is going to exist on a moral level.
Rewind
I
the tapes.
disagree.
Rewind the
I
tapes.
disagree that I disagree on a moral level. I disagree with slavery. If I was a business, if I ran a company, I would be like, yeah, slavery
Yeah, slavery
should exist.
Great idea.
But it's we can't get away from it.
Yeah, I think we can. I can solve any problem right now. I already solved the iPhone problem.
Child labor.
No more children can work.
That's you don't think that's
Solved it. That's the solution. You're laughing, but that's the solution.
No, children are. It's against the law for children to work.
you
It
have
is,
to
isn't it?
collapse money.
Boom!
Altogether.
Just solve that problem.
Isn't it
think
already
that
illegal?
It is
Next
illegal.
As
problem.
Jerry Seinfeld said, boom.
It is
All right,
illegal.
next law. Not allowed to kill people either. No, solve that one.
Yeah, what about
Not allowed
murder?
to cool. Okay.
Not
well,
allowed to kill people. It's against the law now.
Murder.
Yeah, that is a
So-
law.
Yeah, so it'll never happen then, right?
You have
It's
to
the law
think
now.
No, but you go to jail.
Yeah, but it's already against the law for children to work. You go to jail if you
Yeah.
employ children.
So why aren't they going to jail then?
Because they're criminals.
Not in certain countries. It's
Yeah.
just like
So
that's why they
then
do it in,
those
like, China and
countries
stuff.
make it against the law for child
because
labor.
their economies are being getting paid because of these companies. They're giving them so
I
much
ju-
money.
I just made the rule, man.
Systemic racism.
Okay, what's the first word mean?
It's
I don't
system.
even know.
System.
Something
System.
to do with the stomach?
System. System. System.
Systemic
System.
flu.
System. The system.
What's that? What is it?
The system.
The system.
Like-
Racism in the system?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Like
That's
so
it.
so racism in the world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's against the law.
How do you make racism against the law?
I just did it, man.
It's my right to be racist.
Nope, not anymore. I just made it law.
This was the most productive town hall I've ever been to.
It's more of a town
You're
barn.
racist, you go to
It's
jail.
more of a town
Boom.
shed.
Boom, jail.
Bowling.
Bowling? Against the law, dude.
What the fuck?
He answered your question while grabbing up his dick. You do
No,
know
okay.
that.
You can bowl. You want bowling can exist?
I declare that illegal.
Why is my mayor grabbing his cock?
Where's my flag?
You can bowling can be legal if you're allowed to wear street shoes. Because it's bullshit. You gotta wear these
can. You
I love
can
how
if
his
you want
bowling
to.
laws are more subtle than child labor. They have more intricacies.
Yeah, you thought that one out.
Oh, you have to
thought
you
of
can
that.
bowl here, but you gotta pay us like $10 for our used shoes that smell like
Then
Patrick's
just
feet.
buy a pair. buy a pair. You don't
Oh,
have
I'm buying bowling shoes. That's my life
Well,
now.
then don't
That's
go
who I-
bowling.
Why are you
Exactly.
smelling the shoes?
That's exactly why I don't go bowling.
That's
You can't
why
just
you don't
wear
go
your
bowling?
shoes.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
can't.
hate bowling.
No one's gonna
Anything
force
Sir,
it.
sir, can I pay you to throw
slippery.
fucking balls that way?
Yeah.
I think you have to wear kiss boots, don't
No
you?
one's gonna force it. I've bowled in my regular shoes.
Yeah, well,
it's
that's
not-
just you.
That's not allowed.
That's Patrick
That's
walking
not
into
allowed.
a place
It's
like.
not allowed, dude.
And what they charge you? It's like $2 or something.
It's stupid. You know
You
it's
have to
stupid.
buy the
So
shoes.
wait a
You can't
second.
get out of buying
So,
shoes.
so wait a second.
All right, I've changed my mind. No bowling. I've taken it
So
away.
wait a second, Pat. You go bowling, pay for everything else, but then the $2 for the shoes is like, what the fuck?
No, I'm saying you don't have to. No, I was saying it's not a big deal. I'll pay the $2 for the
Oh,
shoes.
okay,
I'm just
okay.
saying
Okay.
I have
Okay.
No
I have
more
bowled before with my regular
No more
shoes.
bowling. Sorry,
I
buddy.
can see you walking in and just like no one says
So
anything.
you pay the $2 and then you keep the shoes and you bring them back next time.
Dude, bowling's done.
Terrorism.
Steal
Terrorism
the shoes.
against the law.
Are you serious? That's a bold statement right there.
Against the law.
You can't just outlaw terrorism.
Just did it, dude.
Bowling, we understand.
Taxes.
Taxes? We need taxes.
All right.
For what?
For what?
To fix the roads and fix everything. on
No,
the
that's
street.
where the child
taxes-
labor comes in.
The taxes have to
Yeah,
make
that'll
sure
work for crayons.
you have to make sure the tax money actually goes to where it's supposed to go instead of just wasted money.
How do you do that?
Then you fucking keep your eye on what the fucking assholes are doing. And if they're doing something like if they're just trying to going down too many trips or whatever, it's like, okay, you're fucking fired, you're
Going
fired.
on too many
You go fuck yourself,
That's what happened though.
and let's build another
I don't
fucking
think it
park.
goes into anyone's personal bank account.
No, they did that. They did that recently. There was they did an audit on all the senators in Canada, and the audit cost more than what the money they were losing. But they found out that people were like paying $5,000 to go to like a funeral and shit like that. And they're like, this one woman didn't want to eat a certain type of cheese on a plane and all that stuff. Shit was funny as hell.
Not just more. They spent $27 million investigating that. They found $1 million in improper spending.
But it'll scare the shit out of people too.
I found 27
That-
million in improper
$1
spending.
million?
Well, 26.
But you had to spend
26
That could be
Yeah.
that could be like people not waiting, only having to waiting 20 minutes to go see a doctor when they're in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? I'll fix that's done too.
How
Next.
you gonna do all this? with
Global
this
warming.
Global
You
warming.
do know you
need
have a budget,
way
right? Like
more
you only have so
hospitals.
much money.
What?
It's a lot more hospitals.
Yeah, let's build some more fucking hospitals.
You have a budget.
Yeah, I just took care
Yeah,
of
but
it.
you just said that they spent 27 million finding out that other thing.
True.
So why was that budget so high?
What's the next problem?
To scare the shit out of people.
Global warming.
Global warming. Well, we'd have to get away from oil
illegal.
and figure out how to do that properly.
That's actually a very smart thing to do. We can use pig shit. We can use wind.
So
Yeah, whatever can be used, we'll
are you
just
gonna
do
get
that.
rid of your car
Right?
then?
What?
You're gonna get rid of your
No,
car?
you don't have to get rid of
cars
your
can
car.
run. Cars can run without oil and
My
gas, right?
uncle.
Not your car though.
I'd buy.
But you can
and then
change
I'd,
them.
I'd buy a new fucking car.
Well,
then.
you don't
You
even
can
have
do
that.
that. You can do that today though.
You can change your. My uncle
Yeah, 'cause
changed
I got
his.
all the money in the world, Patrick.
My uncle changed his car so it runs on. He goes to grease traps and he gets
Dad's buying me
the
ketchup.
restaurant grease traps and he just puts the old grease in and it runs on that.
Yeah, that's a fact. There. Next. Anything else? Anything else?
I think that was-
I think I think I have the perfect world happening.
I actually said that, not you. I'm not running. I'm not giving you.
no,
an
but you'd
idea.
be on.
He
You,
said,
you wouldn't be on my board. I need another one.
I don't want to
guy
be on a
my
board. I'm wandering the earth like Kane from
I
Kung
can't
Fu.
be- I can't
I'm
be the-
solving problems in small towns.
I can't be the only white
Fighting
guy.
and shit like that.
That's all.
I'm totally gonna be the Magnificent Seven, but me by myself.
I can't be the only white guy on the board.
I'm not gonna be on your goddamn board just for that. I'm gonna be on the other guy's board.
Called the whiteboard.
I'm being on another board. Give me another board.
Any more problems? I think I fixed them
No,
all.
I think that's pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
AIDS.
AIDS.
Illegal.
It's funny. I thought you were gonna say AIDS. I was thinking, what about AIDS? I thought that in my
He's the
head.
Prime Minister and a
AIDS.
mentalist.
Against the law.
Well, I do
He's
more.
bending spoons and fucking up the budget.
I would do more research on that case where the guy had AIDS. He was
Is this your State of the Union address we're watching right now?
This answer doesn't feel as smooth as the other ones.
this guy got
I feel like we ran into trouble here.
this guy was getting a
Mr.
bone
President,
marrow.
stop touching your nose.
This
Look
guy-
into the camera.
This guy got a bone marrow
Let
transplant.
go of your cock.
From his donor
Mr. President.
was from Sweden.
Yeah.
Mr. President, stop scratching yourself. You're addressing the nation.
You want world peace? I scratch my balls. That's how it works.
So it was from Sweden.
There's a guy that
He always
donated
has
his
to be
bone marrow
a
to some
photo.
guy, but the donor was from Sweden, I believe.
Yeah.
But the guy that was receiving the bone marrow, his cancer went away, but he also had AIDS, and his AIDS actually went away. It has something to do with this
Swedish guy?
Because the guy with the bone marrow was immune to AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then when he got the bone marrow, he was like, was producing blood that was also immune to
Is this an X-Men movie?
This
you're
is a
talking
real.
about?
So this is a real fucking thing.
Yeah,
That's
this is-
crazy.
Boom.
So did
Next
the government
problem.
take that guy and...
I don't know what they're
devote
doing.
the
I don't
rest
know
of
what they're
his life?
doing.
There's no money in that. Listen
I
to
would
me,
do
Mr.
more
Cynical.
research
There's
than that.
no money in...
They
There
put the
must be.
Confederate
So
flag
that
on the
means
pill.
there must be people that are immune to AIDS.
But I think they're working on that.
So just take bone marrow
Confederate
from
flag
every person that's immune to AIDS.
I'm not giving you my bone marrow.
I'm actually signed up for bone marrow.
Yeah.
I'm signed up for it. Right now, I'm signed up for
You
bone
made
marrow.
that race
transplant.
joke.
I'm waiting for the
You
fucking
ain't getting my
call.
bone marrow.
I can't wait
You
to
seem
donate
like
my
have
bone
a
marrow.
weird genetic attachment to your bone marrow.
I don't know. I like marrow. I want my marrow inside me.
I'm a little I'm disappointed though. I thought I signed up for bone marrow like 4 or 5 years ago. I thought I would have called, and I thought I was going to go.
It's not a nightclub. It's bone marrow.
It's apparently
Isn't
really
it a
hard.
painful procedure?
Yeah, it is.
Don't worry
Why
about
do you
that one.
want that?
Who doesn't want to save a life?
You don't want to save anyone's life.
I signed up.
You know how many kids died while you were jerking off in the bathroom at the pool?
Yeah, you know how much bone marrow?
How many
when you're
kids? I'm
jerking
saving
off?
lives, dude. I'm saving lives.
Bone marrow.
Drain my balls. It means a life saved.
Mr. Manolis, we're going to need your bone marrow. Can you get in here now? They're going to call you right now.
Boom. They put it in my ass. Suck it out.
Is that where you think the bone marrow comes
It's
from?
the juiciest bone in the body.
No, they stick it in your hip or something. A
He
big
signed up.
needle.
He thought bone marrow was jizz. he thought he was jerking off.
Isn't it
all
come,
his bone.
doesn't it
What?
come,
Where do
doesn't
I-
it
It's
come
white like a skeleton.
Doesn't it come from your like? Isn't there like a? Isn't it a hip? Don't they stick the needle in your hip?
like your joke.
Like I donate my bone marrow 3 times a day.
To the napkin. To the napkins.
Imagine guys coming for 10 minutes. Eventually, just bone marrow starts coming out of your back.
It's true.
He shows up with his fleshlight. Do you guys want to use it, or you got your own fleshlights? How do you get your bone marrow? Do you want to use my fleshlight or yours?
Any other problems?
Sir, we need to stick this
Ask me
needle
about
in your
women.
spine.
Okay.
Ooh.
What about women, Mr. President?
Got nothing for you, buddy.
Women? What
Okay.
about women?
I don't know. You
I
just
said,
asked
well,
me
it's
about
solve the problem with women.
Solve
Got
the
nothing.
problem,
It's
Mr.
the only one I
President.
won't be able to solve.
Who's asking that question in the press?
Try.
Try.
Mr. President, can you solve women?
All
lonely dude.
gotta
in the
be not cunts. Done.
What?
Boom. Solve that one.
All right, I guess I can make it law.
That they
Okay,
can't be
law.
cunts?
Well, women have to be not crazy.
But who
Done.
bases what cunts and what determines a woman to be a cunt?
I think everyone's got a pretty general
It's got to be like a
definition.
voting thing.
We
like
all have a good
Supreme
idea.
Court? Like a Supreme Court thing.
We have a good idea, don't we?
Not anymore.
Women, don't try to ruin our lives. That'd be nice.
That's a lot. Don't try to ruin our lives.
All right, I think my work's done here.
And then you can also get an electric bull in the Oval Office.
Electric what?
A bull.
Mechanical bull.
Mechanical bull in the Oval Office.
Mr. President, what do you think we should?
He's on it. Lassoing chairs.
I tried those. I don't like those mechanical bulls.
But you like the Dukes of Hazzard shirts.
Yep.
What's your favorite? Sorry, what's your favorite Duke?
I think Bo.
Okay.
So, if I got you a T-shirt that said Dukes of Hazzard
Right.
with a Confederate flag on it, would you wear it in public?
I thought the shirt looked rad. Yes.
So racism is cool as long as it's rad.
That's what they did with the Dukes of Hazzard. They made a car
Racism
jump
is
over.
rad. I don't associate
That's
the
the
Dukes of Hazzard with racism. I don't.
But the flag,
I don't.
Well,
Are we
let's-
doing this again? Really,
We can't
dude?
do this again.
I know, that's not.
Let's not get into this.
All right.
He's not going to submit.
You're right. Let's
Jordan's
not.
on
Let's talk about jerking
Tinder.
off again and again.
Yeah, let's get back to the jerking off and then finish that up. Are you leaving? All right, so let's wrap it up. How long was this? Like 9-hour show, right?
It's 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ! Does anyone have any plugs to do?
I'll plug Deep Voices, episode 1 on YouTube. It's our buddy Nick Tompkins' new
Oh, what's it
rant
about?
show. It's very funny. It's about, well, I'll let you explain it. You're here.
I hear voices in the background.
That's schizophrenia. No, I hear those too.
that as well.
What is
But
that?
dude,
Okay, yeah, so it's just every week I kind of try to do a review of a 90s alternative music song that I find hilarious, and that's about it.
that's very funny.
Is
The
it?
first episode's out, and it's funny as hell. You can find it on Nick's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Nick
okay.
Tomkin on YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's called Deep Voices.
Yeah.
Deep voices.
Yeah.
The first song is Creep by Stone Temple Pilots.
That's great.
What is this?
It's his podcast.
You have a
No,
podcast?
it's not a podcast.
What is it?
It's just I go on a webcam and I just recorded like a review of 90s alternative music.
I would like the video. It's like you cut in between the video and
No,
everything?
No.
he talks about it, plays a song.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It's really funny.
Where can I watch this?
On YouTube.
Can you put one on my wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's on my Facebook if you want to look on there too. I'll do something a little bit more proper eventually, but it wasn't really meant to be serious, so I'm just kind of like going with the flow type thing. But
All right.
Sounds like a Pink Floyd album.
I just bought this book. I started reading it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That sounds false.
Okay.
Bought the
anyway.
book, yes. Reading
This
it.
dude I know, his name's Dennis Dunaway. Dennis Dunaway's the bass player from the original Alice Cooper group from back in the day. He wrote a book and he put it out. It's called Snakes, Guillotine, and Electric Chairs, My Adventures in the Alice Cooper Group. And the book is out. You can buy that in any bookstore across Earth. Anywhere in Earth, you can buy it. And it's I've read one page so far, and it's been amazing. And I'm gonna read the whole. I'm gonna read the whole book. I swear to God. And
Nice.
I'm gonna.
There's apps now where you can take a photo of the page and your phone will read it to you.
I
Don't
need
pretend you don't need it.
I need to read
He
it.
wrote a page and got tired. It's like
I was going to bed.
his brain was like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?"
It was shocking. I gotta go back and
Let's,
slow.
let's not discourage him reading.
I'm not. I'm just saying what his brain did.
That's true.
His brain was shocked.
Good on you, Manolis.
It's like going. It's like heroin. If you start doing heroin again, you can't just do what you used to do.
No, you
got to
build up. But you'll do it. You'll do it.
Yeah, I can read.
I love how we're. You'll do it. You'll finish that 250-page book like nobody's business. I don't know. I plug dates. I'm gonna be in Montreal next weekend. I came in second at the what is that comedy thing?
Sirius
XM. So I'm gonna be bugging people for votes on the 22nd.
Is that the next step officially?
Yeah.
So everybody here, we all have to like push this stuff on Facebook, and like you're gonna. When
I'll
you
send
know,
everybody everything.
You'll when
They'll be
will you-
bugging
they
it.
are gonna let you know right away.
Yeah, they just emailed me and said that they're gonna give me all the information.
So once you know, we got to get on it right away.
Yeah, I'll
we'll
jump
post
on
it
that.
on
So apparently you're gonna vote once a day.
Once a day, every day.
So, anybody that's any of the listeners that actually would like to help out would be really appreciative. Like we're like,
Yeah,
so
we'll post the links on the Girls' Night
I
Out.
said if I win the 15 grand, I'll take the Hamilton scene to dinner.
Sushi.
It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out if I do.
Well,
win.
regardless, we
McDonald's.
have to-
That's the choices you guys
we
go with.
all, everybody at this group right here, we all have to stay on top of it. Like push it on Facebook, you know, and like and ourselves all have to vote every day.
No. He's gonna have to up his offer for doing all that.
Okay, what do you want?
I want
Wendy's.
$400.
You want me to give you everyone $400?
Give everyone $100.
Give everyone $100?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $600 that you lose from your 15,000.
But I was going to take you all to dinner.
I'd rather get the $100 and then take myself out for dinner.
All right.
I just want sushi.
I'll do the dinner.
Yeah, no, dinner's fine.
Dinner. I would be a nice big dinner. I'm not like.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cheap out on it.
A couple days a week. That's fine. We can do that.
Our
We'll do
friend
that.
just achieving
Oh God. I like how you blackmail me like
I
that.
know.
I want $600. I gotta pay people $600. I might as well just get some fucking cheap labor in Pakistan to do that shit for me.
So
$600.
that's
What happens
offensive
if you
to
pass
Jurassic
this
Park.
level?
And then I go to Toronto and just for Last 42, and I compete with all those, I guess, 9 other
But
people.
you get to compete and be part of the festival.
Yes, I'll be part of the festival, and then you win 15 plus a gala set at the Montreal Just for Laughs the following year.
Mm-hmm.
A
And
taping.
if you miss Gavin's show and you didn't get to see his jokes, Trix is also in the competition.
We're
You can
exactly
catch-
the same.
You can catch Gavin's jokes.
People are betting on it apparently, which I find offensive.
Betting on what?
On who's gonna win.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
All right. Is anyone vouching for you?
No one's. Dude, nobody expects me to go as far as I did. I've gone 2 steps too far for people. People are like, what? This doesn't make any sense.
All I care about is getting you there.
Yeah, that's all that
That's
matters.
all I care. I don't care if you win.
That's
I
all I
want
care.
you, I want you to
Just
be
get the credit.
What?
Yeah, get the credit.
Yeah, that's
Festival.
all.
You
I
get
just
in.
wanted the tape,
If
and
you
now.
perform there, if you compete there, you're still competing in the festival.
Yep.
So that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's the most important thing. We all have to stay on top of this.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to push this on Facebook. I mean, Girls Night Out every week then until it's done.
I'll let everyone know. I should get it after your. We'll deal with it after the roast, which is the 26th.
Oh yeah,
22nd.
Manolis Zontanos, the non-celebrity roast of Manolis Zontanos.
There's no celebrities on it?
No.
Oh.
Well, I regret signing up.
I didn't know.
On Wednesday, July 22nd, Manolis
I'll be
Zontanos.
45
Yeah, it's
years
the
old.
day after his 45th birthday. He's going to be roasted. I'm on it. Gavin's on it.
Are we doing a party or
Jordan's on
anything
it, Mace is
afterward?
on it.
We might as well.
Yeah. We'll
Oh, why don't we do it on the weekend?
I got to write down
Do what on
all
the
my
weekend?
fucking
Party, like we do the
roasts.
roast and then the party.
Oh,
And
well,
read
we
it.
should have an after party. Anyways, we're getting a Mercedes limo, but
What the fuck?
we're gonna have a red carpet and everything.
Do we have to go? Are we gonna?
Yeah, everyone who's on the roast is getting picked up in the limo.
Man.
We're gonna have some drinks. We got some apple juice for Mace.
That's your boyfriend. Stop complaining.
Did you fart, Mace?
Out of his mouth.
Yeah.
You're a pig.
So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
We're all gonna get picked up in the Mercedes.
At my house, I don't even have to walk.
Door to door.
Fuck
No
yeah.
way. I'm gonna have to drive. It's not gonna come to Bimbrook.
No, you have to drive yourself.
Shit.
Actually, we'll pick a close meeting point where everyone will get picked up. Downtown. You
Can I
have
just-
to drive.
can
You
we-
live in Pembroke. What do you want us to do?
Why don't we
I
make the
know,
meeting
no,
point
I
at my
know, I don't
house?
blame you.
What?
Why don't we make the meeting point at my house?
I'm getting picked
no.
up, though.
We're gonna get picked up at Dan Peters'
Yeah, I'm getting
house.
picked
Oh
up.
Jesus Christ!
Everyone
That's your
take a bus
house.
to Dan's house.
That's your house.
I don't want to go.
We'll
to
get picked up. As long as you're downtown, we'll come pick you up wherever you are.
And then so
we'll
then we're
have a
gonna
few drinks.
it's gonna be drinking and partying and shit face fun.
Shit face before the.
We're gonna be shit faced before, yeah, and during.
No, we'll
because
just have we'll pop some champagne or something. We're gonna film it, right? We're gonna make it look like it's something that
real
it's not.
roast.
Yeah, we're gonna make it look like there's
There's going to be angles and everything.
It's gonna look like we had a
is
budget.
there gonna be a table on stage and shit? Is there a dais?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Is there
Yeah.
going to be like, people?
You'll all be on stage.
How do you fit?
Yeah, how are you gonna fit that?
Because we're gonna there's 10 roasters, right? So
You want
he'll
pyramid?
be in the middle,
Yeah.
and then on either side of him there will be 2 people in chairs in the front, and then 3 people in stools on either side.
On the stage.
On stage.
Okay.
We'll all fit.
Oh, cool.
I've mapped it out already.
You mapped it out?
I was up there and I.
Do you have like in
Mapped
RoboCop when
it
they build
out.
the city? Do you have like a diorama built?
Yeah. It's already done. They're already there.
Awesome.
The night of, the seats will come out of
Do you
the
have
ground.
do you have a sign? Do you have a sign
Manolis
for
comes down from the ceiling tile.
the roast of Manolis? Do you have a
What?
poster for the back? The roast of Manolis?
No, but we should make one.
Oh,
It'll be awesome.
I get to talk about his farts.
It's gonna be a good time.
I'm sure no one's gonna touch that. There's nothing really to talk about you, Manolis.
Yeah. Living home, pussy. What's the other?
Dude, stop doing that.
Lifeguarding. Farting.
Farting. Underage girls.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Underage
borderline pedophile.
I was gonna say full frontal pedophile.
Yeah,
And now we can add racism.
and your
Yeah.
in your adventures in reading, because that's what it is. It's an adventure.
An adventure.
Manolis needs a Sherpa to read the rest of that book. I'm wasting my good shit. Wasting my good shit.
You can write this down. You're gonna redo it.
We're really gonna make each other laugh. Really.
I know. I was thinking about that. I'm like, is the audience even gonna get half this?
Who
stuff?
cares?
They'll get enough of it.
You
Like everybody, like everybody that's showing up knows me. for the
But
most
when we're
part.
roasting each other and stuff,
You can easily
I
just
think
explain
so.
it.
what?
You can explain it.
Just look at
Yeah.
him. Just look at him. Look at him.
Why is he pointing
Yeah,
at
it'll have to be a
me?
lot
I
of
point out both of
visual
you two
things.
because you're across the table. It was nothing
Should
personal.
we have our names
My
in front of us
feelings are
then on
already
the
hurt.
table?
I'm sorry.
So people
Wow.
like,
Look
will
at
say-
him.
If you say Mayce Galoni and say
No. Well, you can point and stuff. You can. They'll figure it out. And but we're all gonna have friends that kind of know everybody a little bit.
Watch this. Watch this. The lesbian to the left of me. Who do you think of?
Yeah, you're right.
Nah, see, it's easy.
I thought of
You know-
myself.
Well, it could be either one.
Yeah.
We'll put you two together, or either
Probably
side
the
of the
best.
stage,
Yeah.
left or right.
I'd rather be beside him, just because. Not for just Yeah.
Just yeah.
It makes it
Emotional
easier.
support.
Oh yeah, I have a bit. If you and Megan Pettit all sit together, the three of you, if they do that, I got a bit for you.
Pat, don't do it.
We'll do it.
Don't
It's
do
okay.
it.
I'll think of something else.
But she'll
You
be
don't
in
have
the
to.
middle.
Yeah,
So you guys can't hold hands.
That'd be
during the show.
ideally.
Damn. Why even go?
Gay marriage is legal in the States now, you guys. Get a little progressive.
All right. So, do you guys have anything? Anybody else have any plugs?
Every Wednesday, Hamilton Yuck Yucks is amateur night at 9 p.m. It's only $3.50. Next Saturday, July 4th, I'll be at the Taste of Ink. It's a tattoo shop in London, Ontario. Aaron Allen puts it on. It's a show that we're doing there, a comedy show.
That's cool.
I'm also getting my first tattoo there.
Oh,
Are
really?
you?
That day, yeah.
What are you getting?
It's like a.
Confederate flag.
It's like I'm getting a Confederate flag.
On your butt cheek.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's it.
What are you actually getting?
Oh, it's I can't remember what they're called now. They're called like ammiograms or something.
Anagram?
It's where it says a word one way and then upside down it says another word. There's like a cool little graffiti looking thing. So
It's your daughter.
Yeah.
And then
It
what's
says
the other word?
Esther one way and then Greer the other way, which is her middle name.
Where are you putting it?
On my arm,
Okay.
in the inside of my forearm. I have another one that's the same thing. It's a design, but it's for my grandfather. I'll get that too.
Which one are you getting?
The one with my daughter's name.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you told me.
I just figured, like, I don't know how many tattoos I'm ever going to get, so I'm going to get one. And it's the only one I ever have. I'll never regret getting her name, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't want to get, like,
Yeah, what if
people
you
who have,
forget?
like, a weird design, and then they get, like, 3 tattoos, but they're pictures of things,
Yeah.
and then they get nothing else. It just looks so stupid.
I got pictures of things.
Yeah, it looks stupid.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not
I thought they looked good.
including you
I
in that.
like them.
Fuck you.
No, I don't want to fuck me.
What tattoos do you have?
I have a robot. I got something my wife had and I have together. And I got an Aries symbol, and then I got this from Jack Kerouac. That's it.
An Aries, isn't that like something to do with saying you're racist? With an
Pretty much. Aries, Zodiac, racism.
It's an Aryan.
Aryan,
Yeah,
is that what you
there
have,
you
an
go.
Aryan symbol?
Don't help him out, man. Don't be a spotter,
I'm gonna help out, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Whoa, that's too far, buddy.
Mr. President, can you please
should
stop
get that-
scratching your dick?
We need to get rid of that fucking tattoo.
Mr. President, you can't be opening rye during your speech.
I didn't drink right today. I've been good.
Mr. President, do you want us to get your Western shirt out of the trunk of your car?
It's like Tim Robbins in The Brink. Too new of a reference. Okay.
When I buy a Western shirt, if I don't
for the crowd, baby.
if I don't picture it being on the Dukes of Hazzard,
I'm an asshole.
I don't buy it.
You're the only president with the Dukes of Hazzard shirt on.
Like that, I like Mace's shirt, but I wouldn't buy that shirt.
NASA?
No, his flannel.
Oh, I
You
was gonna
don't
say
like the
NASA.
NASA shirt.
Yeah, that would burn off
Just
your
pick
body.
apart my wardrobe.
No, but it's got
Wearing
it's
ponies.
It could. You could be a background actor on the Dukes of Hazzard with that shirt.
Yeah, he could. Look at him.
Yeah, definitely.
But not like
Gomer
that's
Pyle
a
walking
farm
down.
girl.
Who's that?
Deputy
Who's
sheriff.
that guy?
Farm girl. You could be Daisy. You could be Daisy Duke's sister.
Someone needs to
From the big
impregnate that
city.
farm girl good in the background. Yeah, he could be a background, but that's what you want to look like as a background actor on Dukes of Hazzard.
Look like a.
That's your life. Is you want to be a background to look like a background actor.
No, I want to look like one of the Duke boys. I want my shirts have to be like up to that par,
You poor Greek man.
buddy.
There's
My
no
Western
there's
shirts
no
are
Greek.
fucking stellar. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are.
They're stellar.
I got one with eagles on it.
Yeah, I know it's pretty. And ducks.
And ducks. I got one with butterflies.
You should take a photo
He
of them.
sounds like a child describing his wardrobe.
I got one with ducks.
Butterflies.
I got ones with eagles on them.
Ducks on
And then I
them.
got ones with ducks on them.
Manolis, you're petting the birds too hard.
Butterflies on them.
Manolis, you're petting the rabbits too hard. Stop petting the rabbits so hard, Manolis.
I got one with an eagle on it.
Look at those eagles. Those are pigeons, Manolis.
They're all eagles. Every bird is an eagle.
There's an eagle.
You guys want to go out and eat some eagle? I got a bucket of eagle.
Eagle wings.
And President Manolis, we're sorry.
Are we
Do
done
you
yet?
own the book or do you own the inside, the outside cover?
No, I
of
just
the
brought the books at home. I just brought this at home. I just brought the
That's
cover.
still gonna take him a month to read.
Just to guarantee that no reading will happen today. He doesn't even take this to bring the book.
He read the back.
He's got measures in place to stop himself from reading.
I don't want to start in the middle of the podcast, start reading a book. So I'll bring the cover.
He was confused by the jacket. Like, what is it? 2 books in one?
Why does a book need to be warm?
Isn't that dumb? Look, I take this paper one off. They got the same thing imprinted on the cover.
He really wants you to read it. That's why he's not laughing. You're like, he's encouraging him.
Yeah, I want
It's
him.
really
to,
nice of you.
I want him to read.
I know. I'm not against it either.
I did find the jokes to be funny. I did laugh at a couple of them.
You're
No.
winding down.
Well, I think we're saying goodbye.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay.
Did you plug?
Okay, I plugged Deep Voices.
Thanks, but I appreciate it. This is episode 117 of Girls Night Out. That's it.
Goodbye.
Bye. Girls Night Out is recorded at the Girls Night Out studio in downtown Hamilton each and every week, with new episodes appearing Monday. If you'd like to be a guest on Girls Night Out or have a show topic or suggestion, tweet us or tell us on our Facebook wall. For more Girls Night Out fun, visit our website girlsnightoutpod.com, like us on Facebook /Girls Night Out Pod, and follow us on Twitter @GNO Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.